Yeah, buddies. It is the Bennington Show. Ooh. I'm Ron Bennington. Gail Bennington on maternity leave, but we heard their pop in with baby Juliet yesterday, and that was a lot of fun. Chris Stanley has been reported for trying to interrupt a state-mandated maternity leave.
I can't have any more HR meetings.
844 Rock God, 844 Rock God. I did a podcast the other day with a new buddy of mine, Dean Del Rey, who did the show with us last week, and then we went down the hall and did a podcast. Got crazy deep into music. I think there's a link up on our show, right?
On our Twitter, yes, at Bennington Show, link to the podcast, Let There Be Talk.
A lot of people have already written to me saying that they are enjoying it very much. And apparently this is a big, cool, popular podcast that Dean does. He's a brilliant guy when it comes to, the arts. I was going to say music, but it's comedy and drama and, the whole goddamn thing. He loves the arts, much like myself. Earl, did you have the opportunity to hear this?
Yes, I listened to it last night.
You did?
Yes, it was fantastic.
A little crazy, though, right?
Very crazy.
Really, really deep into it. I figured Chris isn't going to get it, but Earl would. Chris does not discuss music with me.
Look, I loved that podcast with you and Dean Del Rey.
This is my time with Earl now, okay? Earl's my hard worker. Earl's the guy who gets it done. And he actually told me a story about you today, Chris.
And what's the story?
Dropping ass in the office to such a disgusting manner that Vito had to spray you down with, I believe, an Axe body spray that he keeps on hands at all time.
I had a little bad gas this morning. And unfortunately, I farted. And then Vito just overreacted, freaked out.
Because you stink, dude.
And then
you stink like there's a dead deer in your fucking gut.
And then he sprayed my body down on my clothing with air freshener. It was unbelievable. I was very angry.
He should have sprayed it right up your ass. Earl, I'm sorry that you have to deal with that. You're my hard-working member of the arts, and the other guy is a slacker who, quite frankly, I was ready to let him have a pull or two on this beautiful bourbon today. I thought it might be a fun, rainy day for us all.
I would love to have a pull off that. And you're calling Earl a hard worker. Well, maybe you should go to our Instagram page and check out something I
Earl,
found.
could you check into Instagram for us?
Earl, Instagram.com/BenningtonSXM.
Oh boy, that's a lot. That's a lot for him.
Well, let's see how much of a hard worker he is.
While he's doing that, I'm going to take Eric's call. 844 Rock God, 844 Rock God. Yo, Eric.
Ronnie, over the past 10 years, you've called me hideous over the phone. Mm-hmm. When I saw you in New York, you said I looked like a church shooter. And none of that really bothered me.
Why?
However, I made a huge mistake yesterday, and I think you're going to have a worse name for me. I called in yesterday to brag how good the book was doing and how I was crushing everybody, and the gamblers were just giving me their money.
Yeah.
And then the old Pittsburgh Steelers come to town, and that Tampa Bay team is overrated, and I got kicked in the head. What's the one rule? You don't talk about it, Ronnie. And what did I do?
Well, you talked about it. You jinxed yourself. I'll just say
what
this. You do appear to be a school shooter.
We'll get his number.
I want to bring up a story to you later, but you caught Earl sleeping at work?
Earl was passed out, snoozing. And this is up on our Instagram.
He sleeps like a baby.
Bennington SXM on Instagram. Check out Earl sleeping on the job. I'm at my computer. Earl's sitting behind me.
Why was the guy from Mumford & Son next to Earl when he was sleeping?
That's me, Rod. And I start hearing Earl hasn't talked for a while, and then I hear a slight.
He works 2 gigs.
Yesterday was his other night job day off.
He's a hardworking girl.
He's sleeping on the job, Ron, and I have evidence.
How long were you out, Earl? Do you know?
Couple of minutes.
He was out 2 hours.
No.
He was out 2 hours.
Mike said this. Earl was still more productive than Vito in this instance. Worrying about the brain cloud. Shocking. He isn't sleeping. He's passed out from all the Axe body spray in the room. That's a good callback.
This also reminds me that I also caught Vito sleeping on the job a long time ago and posted video of that. So
Except for he tried to fight you.
Yeah, he did. He tried to physically beat the shit out of me.
I'll just say this, Earl, since he pulled off this photo, I guess it's a Photoshop because you would never sleep at work.
Not Photoshop.
Should he get a pull off the bourbon?
Say yes.
I would say no for being a stool pigeon.
Vito, should he get
a snitch?
A pull off the bourbon?
No.
Yeah.
Why not? I'm the only one awake around here.
Now, Vinay is with us today. And Chris, I want you to know, I was walking down to use the men's room. I hear my name being yelled over the music I was listening to. I take out my earplugs. Vinay is running at me with socks. And he goes, Ron, I got something for you. I got a present. It's long socks. I go, Vinay, I don't step in puddles every day, just that one day.
Well, now we
Vinay, it's 2-0. I'm going to give Vinay 3 points. So he is the deciding vote. It'll be up to him. Will you take a couple of long pulls off this or not? Vinay, would you like to see our own Chris Stanley get some bourbon today? It's up to you.
No.
Oh,
He doesn't deserve it.
What the fuck?
No.
Okay.
Original Chris is now my official favorite intern. This is
He's
so
all
fucked
of our favorites. That has nothing to do with anything.
I feel like I'm stabbed in the back here. Can I get a vote that's worth 4?
On a Grand Slam vote?
Come on in here. Just take one nice pull off.
Thank you.
This game, duty free from Mike Ward. Oh. It's a nice smell to it, too. Smells like winter. It's a dark, rainy day today. You got a cup, Chris?
Yeah, I have a cup.
He'll find one.
I'm sure you don't have a shot glass, right? Like a gentleman.
Oh, no shot glass.
I pass that over.
Thank
You're so happy.
Yeah, he is.
Ron, I've been eyeing this liquor for days now.
I know you have been.
Ever since Mike Ward and Pentelis dropped it off for us. For you specifically.
Yeah, you weren't hustling.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells good. It smells like bourbon.
Yeah. Went down smooth, or was it rough?
That's smooth, Ron. That's not used to like the Jim Beans and the Cuddy Sarks I'm used to drinking. Your old granddads.
How are you so out of breath?
You ran here.
He ran from like 10
Plus
feet.
his heart's beating in my minute. He's getting alcohol.
Yeah, I'm trying to have a good time, Vito. Come on. I'm not sleeping around here like you and Earl.
How is it? Is it good or you don't like it?
Love it.
All right, you took 2 hits. Why don't you sit and sip a little bit?
Okay.
Just sit down, have a seat here,
All right.
and sip a little bit.
Love a good sip.
It's already a nice dent into it very quickly.
He's so happy.
Yeah, he is.
I like enjoying the finer things, Ron.
Yes, I know you do. I could tell because you were huffing paste before you came in here. Hey, Rob. Rob says he's a little down right now. Maybe he could use your advice, Chris.
Okay.
What do you got?
Ronnie B.
Yeah.
We learned yesterday from the Kavanaugh Fox interview that he wasn't that Fez was not the only one who could never seem to meet that special someone for years and years and years.
Now, Kavanaugh said, I couldn't have raped anyone because I didn't get laid in high school nor many years after. And they're going like this. College? He just said, I just said many age. So no one knows how many years, but no one I know I would have said anything other than, oh, you got me. Raped her. Because I've been with a lot of women.
All the time.
Yeah, it was very surprising to see that.
Yeah, I was shocked. This is the angle that they're having him take.
Quite the nerd. Quite the nerd.
I thought Supreme Court Justice nominees were super cool. This destroys my outview.
I forgot to tell you this, Chris. I'm heading out of here yesterday. It was a beautiful day. I decided to walk. I'm walking through the city on my block, and there's a nice little Italian restaurant on the corner of my block, and there's seating outside. And I'm walking across the line, and I see the guy pointing at me, right? Like pointing. And we were just talking about, is Ricky Gervais and his girlfriend Jane.
Really?
Just sitting out in the sun, having some...
Just enjoying the evening?
Yeah, having a little... It was early evening, too.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, we just talked for a couple of minutes. But we ended up talking about the humor of Mr. Robert Kelly. We're both big fans.
Who isn't a big fan of Robert Kelly? He's the man.
Well, Voss is always mean to him.
That's true.
And then I wrote to him later and said that, showed that. And then he showed me a picture of Voss had a to-go sandwich from Robert Kelly's where he had a nice sandwich made for himself for the ride home.
You need a sandwich that bad for the ride?
Yes, Chris.
I'm just curious.
You know what? That bourbon makes you mean. Maybe I better. I better put the plug in the jug.
No, keep that jug wide open. All right. There's no reason. Let it breathe.
Into the great wide open.
It's already kicking in, isn't it?
Let it breathe a little bit. That's what I always say.
So, are you telling me that Earl listened to the Dean Del Rey podcast I did, but Vito didn't?
I don't believe. No,
you know how many Big
to
Brothers I listened to for him?
I know.
everyone.
I'm going to listen to it. Last night I was recording an episode of Big Brothers. We did a roundtable episode.
I know. I didn't get a chance to hear that yet. Is it up on the?
It's up on the iBang right now. It's me, Adam Pock, and Enzo is back. It's just
and
us
no Chris.
Three. Just us three.
No, I was working on the.
You told me that
show.
there's a round table. It sounds like a pointy triangle.
Yeah, it's a nice triangle table.
Did they make their picks?
Yes, we all made final vote predictions and winner.
Final vote prediction.
Vote.
Wait, what am I looking about? Oh, Earl, you're the one who saw this. I'll do a spy report. Go ahead, Earl.
Bill Cosby sentenced to 3 to 10 years in state prison.
Wow. That's an old dude, man, to be doing 3 to 10.
State prison, like maximum security, or do we not know yet?
I've heard from other people that you don't even mind maximum security because you feel safer.
Oh, all right.
You know what I mean? What you don't want is a bunch of people walking around. But that's for a guy. Did they just take him? Did they just walked him right out and he's sitting there now?
I believe at sentencing, that's when you go. That's what I always heard. That once you get sentenced, all right, now this is what you're going to do.
And this isn't even for all of them, right?
No,
I don't think it's all the charges.
I mean, because not all the women, you know.
It's like four.
He was an idol of yours, huh, Earl?
This is wow.
All right, I just found this out. He goes in. They're expecting him Thursday at 8. So, in keeping with the Cosby Show, his sentences begin Thursday at 8.
It's must-see TV.
I don't know how they got him because there wasn't a single witness awake. Are you okay over there, or you need a little more?
I'll take a little more. I'm sipping on it.
You should take a hit of your Jewel.
You're not a hard liquor guy, are you, Vito?
No, not really. I drink tequila now and then.
He likes Zima. That's what he likes.
Chris, did you listen to the Dean Del Rey that I did?
Of course I did. It was brilliant. It was awesome. I love Dean Del Rey. I love you.
He's easy, dude. I'm trying to make this
thank you, Ron.
A comfortable thing, not someone screaming "I love you." And that's the kind of shit that took Cosby down.
It was a great conversation.
A little easy on that now.
Okay.
Did you get a buzz yet?
I felt it like as soon as it hits. You know.
Okay.
It's that
so
warm.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Take it easy.
You got to take it easy. The Eagles put it best. What is it? You got your pen up in the air like I'm
I just have Chris's Jewel. I can't wait till he starts sweating for it.
I already want my Jewel. After the first fucking hit, I wanted to fucking take a nice long hit off that cool menthol Jewel.
You know how happy he was to take this seat and see this Jewel sitting here.
Fucking thief.
If anybody's got any advice they'd like to get from Chris Stanley,
I'll give it.
I like to call him the bourbon barista, the wise man of whiskey. Have Vinay run his Jewel in, would you please? Because this isn't about taunting him today.
Yeah.
What is it? Twitter, if you want to listen to that Dean Del Rey thing?
Yeah, the link to the Dean Del Rey's podcast.
He was very, very brilliant. I just try to keep up with him.
That's on our Twitter account at Bennington Show. Let there be talk.
Here comes Vinay.
Thanks, Vinay.
Wait, Vinay, let's see today's funny pants. Okay. He's always got some colorful, funny pants.
Like
What's the shirt say?
I found it here, actually.
Oh, good. You're stealing stuff from work
You're
already.
stealing.
Yeah.
No, they said I could take it from the kitchen. They said if it's just laying there, I can take it. So I did.
There's a Goodwill in our kitchen, Ron.
Yeah. Nice. Earl, what do you dig most about Chris Stanley?
He's a one of a kind. He truly
Thanks.
is. Like, he's kind of like he has, he likes real basic stuff. He likes
What
booze.
the fuck is that supposed to mean? You're calling me a
You're
basic.
a fucking basic bitch.
Call me a basic bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like pumpkin spice lattes and Ugg boots.
No, but it's like you're
What-
all
who
or
you-
nothing.
who you texting?
I have another can for what Earl just said to me. I have another candid picture I took of him this morning.
Oh my god.
Talking about guys, like, he would be the jail snitch, wouldn't he?
Yes, he's a fucking snitch.
Look at fucking 11 o'clock in the morning. This is what.
And
And I was actually at lunchtime.
11 o'clock is lunch. I agree with you there, Earl. You know who I saw today? I was having a smoke with Adam, formerly of TMZ.
Oh, how's he doing? I haven't seen him in a while.
Formerly of TMZ. He's out on his own now. He's gotten a lot of good stuff.
He's an independent unit.
Mm-hmm.
He's not with TMZ's outfit anymore.
Yeah.
Did you ask him if he had any scoops on the Filthy Brothers beef with paparazzi?
No, I didn't ask.
Damn.
I told him I like him to come up and see us again sometimes. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Now, Vittles, who did Adam Pock pick to win this?
He picked Casey.
Surprising. I thought he was going in the other
He
direction.
picked Casey in a 5-4 vote.
Oh, does he even have each voter ready to go?
I didn't ask them for each vote. We all together went over who we think's going to vote, and then I asked everybody to give like a final score.
Who did you pick?
I picked Tyler 5-4.
5-4. It's going to be tight either way.
I
huh?
think it's going to be tight. Then Enzo said 7-2 Casey.
Wow,
I like where Enzo's thinking.
you're a Casey girl, huh?
I said yesterday, Casey wins this thing.
Hey there, Casey girl. Do you remember when I picked Casey? Week 1.
I remember that.
I go, keep an eye on that girl. She's got a cute face, but she has the body of a wide receiver. She does.
It's like Calvin Johnson's in there.
Yeah. I know that you don't watch it all, so you didn't see when they were doing the catching stuff. She was amazing. And you could go, oh, great hands. Also very, very strong footwork.
Yeah.
She has the footwork of a wide receiver.
The sides, she was doing like a sidestep to get the alien thing.
Yes.
She beat Fessy, the All-American college football player.
Was he really All-American? Little All-American?
He was he was All-American in Chattanooga.
Chattaboogie? I saw him dunking the other day. He looked pretty good. It was donuts, but he was dunking. See what I did to that bastard, Earl? Let's see. Fucking Bill Cosby. 3 to 10 years in prison. Now, how old is Bill? Like 80?
He's 80.
So, he can't do 10. And 3 could even be tough. This is going to age him like never before.
And they were trying to say that he's already in bad health to begin with.
Yeah, he's faking blindness. I would be too.
So this is it. Game over.
Does he die in prison, Earl?
I think maybe with appeals, he buys himself another year or two, but he's going to die in prison.
I assume if you get sentenced, you're going to prison, but they can appeal, but you're spending that time in prison waiting for the appeal.
You
to
are
come through.
correct.
Yeah.
He'll be in prison pending appeal.
Or he'll probably get shanked.
No, they're going to treat him like a god in there. Everybody's going to be glad to see him and be getting selfies with him. Everyone wants to believe that people just shank in prison, but they're like, hey, we're all in here, under the same circumstances. He's an older guy. It's not like he's going to be trying to be running the cigarette game or something. He's going to, he's going to be...
I think he gets protective custody, too, on top of
that. That keeps you locked in, though, Earl. It gets you out fucking walking around a small thing for an hour a day. If I know anything about the Cos, he's going to want a fucking record player in there playing jazz.
He could be giving advice to other inmates, I think, because he likes to give advice to people.
Yeah, I know he does. It's weird to see that,
It's
though.
the craziest ending to...
One of the most spectacular fucking show business careers all time.
Yeah, I mean, like... Oh wow! I mean, you can run a thread between Pryor and Murphy and all of those guys. It all
Yeah,
starts
he
with
treated him like shit.
You think it's crazier than OJ? Because OJ killed 2 people, but he has like 64 rape accusers.
Which one is crazier?
Also, like Cosby had the TV show. I mean, people weren't always seeing OJ every fucking week.
You forgot those Hertz commercials. You weren't around for them.
I
He was on the NFL pregame for years.
Yeah, he doesn't fucking know.
How you watch the pregame then?
Naked
Back then,
Gun.
there was only 3 channels. Everybody watched the pregame. You're like, shh, pregame's coming on, motherfucker. Shut the fuck up.
They used the pregame footage as part of the evidence with the Bruno Mali shoes.
Yeah. He did have Bruno Molly's. That's fucking weird, man.
Like, oh man, this is like
You still think he's innocent, right?
no.
He said it to me before I fell asleep yesterday.
No. I was like, it was just overwhelming. The evidence is just completely overwhelming.
It was up in Norristown.
Got sentenced in the hometown too.
Is what kind of famous visitors do you think he's going to get?
I think he'll get like, well, is his wife kind of famous?
No, Camille's not famous.
I say some people from a different world are going to show up. Probably that guy who,
Sinbad.
Sinbad.
Sinbad will be there.
The guy who was working at Trader Joe's, he's more famous now. He'll probably come visit him.
No, he can't risk.
As soon as I say he brings up a guy who's a cashier at Trader Joe's.
Felicia Rashad?
No, I don't think so.
She hasn't said a word.
No.
Oh, really? I thought she defended him.
No, he had a lawyer defending him.
Oh, I thought it was her.
They weren't going to come in with Felicia Rashad and her husband.
Yeah, Lisa Bonet didn't give it exactly glowing.
No,
defense.
Lisa and I know exactly what he was back in the day. And then he fired her because she rubbed a little bit of fucking chicken blood on her hard nipples. He thought that was bad.
Yeah, he bounced her from her own spin-off show.
Well, where'd she land?
Lenny.
Yeah, Lenny, and then what? Aquaman. She's doing okay for himself. She went from Lenny to Aquaman. That's a move up. I gonna go my way.
Maybe the I think some of the old line guys from when he came.
Like Newhart. I think Newhart will show up to see him.
Maybe. I'm trying to think.
Sammy Shore.
Robert Culp, maybe.
Is Robert Culp still alive?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's a fucking one you pulled out of nowhere, man.
I Spy. Quincy won't.
Scotty in New Jersey.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey.
You guys were talking about him getting shanked in prison. Yeah, pedophiles and rapists do not do well in prison.
Scotty, you are calling us from the 1950s because those days are long gone. Long fucking gone. That's what everybody always wants to believe.
Yeah.
It's just not true. Hey, James in North Dakota.
How's it going, Ronnie?
Good.
I was just wondering what's going to happen first. Cosby dying in prison or Earl getting fired?
Earl signed a lifetime contract. Matter of fact, 10 days past the end of his life, he will be put here in the Sirius XM Rotunda, open casket for 10 days to let people come by and pay their respects.
It's going to be beautiful.
What was your pre-rape favorite Cosby moment?
I liked we watched the Cosby show in my home, so I guess that was like the thing I liked.
I thought that was terrible. What about you, Earl?
What was it? I think it was. I'm not sure if it was "Let's Do It Again" Uptown Saturday Night when he plays Mongo Slade and he walks in with the.
He never had a big movie career, did he? He never got over movies.
But it was this one scene where he walks in to make the bet. And it's hilarious. He has his bad clothes on, these weird wraparound sunglasses.
I remember he was in a movie called Mother Jugs and Speed with Raquel Welch played the part of Jugs. Again, I've tried to tell you guys how crazy the 70s were.
Yeah, the movie career never really clicked.
Here's where I thought he was at his absolute funniest is the way he acted with kids. He was like, when he would they would do those like panel things and he would interact with kids and he was just a fucking scream. Was that Mumford?
No.
What's going on?
Door's not closed.
I got introduced to him on Kids Say the Darndest Things, and I loved it.
What was that?
I got introduced to him through Kids Say the Darndest Things. Like, that's how I found out about him as a kid, and I love that show.
I forgot that he did an update of that.
Yeah, I watched that in, like, early 2000s or late 90s on, like, I think it was on, like, Nickelodeon at the time.
Yeah, he was hilarious with kids.
And then Different World was, like, I was obsessed with that. I wanted to go to a historically black university as a kid because of it.
And now you're working with Earl, so it all worked out. 844 Rock God, 844 Rock God. Pete in Houston.
Hey man, how you guys been?
Cool.
You think there's going to be some guys in prison that he can order around to get some chairs and some waters and tell him to pull his pants up?
That's how he acted when he was here.
He needed still water in a glass bottle.
And glasses.
And glasses. That couldn't be in a cup. Had to be in a glass. It's really weird.
And then I said no to him. He made me eat a pill. And when I woke up, my asshole hurt. I don't know what happened. I just went home, took a shower, forgot about it. I don't like to make a big deal out of stuff.
No, I mean, who knows what could have happened.
Jimmy, Panic in Detroit.
Hey, Ron. Hey, I want to tell you about my favorite Cosby thing. When I was a kid, he had a record, and there was this little bit that he did on there. It was called Chicken Heart. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that one.
It was really scary, and my dad used to play it just to fuck with me and my sister, like, super late at night. And it was just like Chicken Heart was coming to get you, and it was just like he'd go, doom, 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 you know, like the heart beating, blah, blah, blah. It was really funny, dude. You should, not funny, scary, but funny. Whatever, I don't know.
All right, I'll have to check it out. Yeah, all the stuff on the album. He did a thing about Noah and all that when I was a kid, and it was just, he was fucking hysterical. Sean, North Dakota.
Well, North Carolina, but same difference. What was the Cosby movie where he played a contract ambulance driver with Larry Hagman?
I thought that was Mother Jugs and Speed, no?
Is that what it was? Okay.
All right, let's look up Mother Jugs and Speed.
It's a great name.
For who?
For the movie.
I think it was yeah, hit it here. I thought it was the guy from just hit it, bro. What was De Niro's old running buddy's name? The one that was in Reservoir Dogs. Harvey Keitel. Yeah, I think Harvey Keitel was in it. Look, there's her. Yeah, there he is.
Wow,
very young Harvey Keitel. There's Jugs. And there's Speed, and they're in a ambulance.
Oh, I thought they'd call her Mother Jugs, but she was just Jugs.
Yeah, he was Mother. There's Jugs. There's Speed. I saw her when I was a kid in a movie called The Kansas City Bomber, where she was a roller derby queen, right? And she had a low-cut thing, and she's roller derby, and her tits are bouncing. And the whole movie, us kids thought her tits was going to bounce out, and they never once did.
What a terrible tease.
We still gave it 10 stars. Mark, San Diego.
Yo, what's up, Ronnie B?
Hey.
Congratulations, Holmes, on your grandkid.
Oh, thank you very much, man.
And your Eagles. You know, hopefully one day I'll have a grandkid or something.
I hope for you, Mark. I really do.
I'll tell you what. This fucking Chris, hey doggy. I'm like 5 cups in on this Evan Williams, dog. Hopefully you got some Maker's Mark or some good ass bourbon going on over there.
We got some good ass bourbon.
I got the horse shit going on right now. But I'll tell you what, dog. A fucking grimy dude. I swear you must have some beaner in your bones, dog. Because Dude, you got like abandoned family, heroin, daddy, all that shit, dog. You fucking zooted, dog. Fuck yeah,
That's
boy.
right. I'm getting
You know
zooted.
what? You're an honorary beaner, dog.
He seems like it. Everything about him seems like SoCal Mexican, like East LA.
Hey, fuck LA, dog. It's San Diego.
Sand
right
dog,
here.
sand dog.
Okay, we're going a little south.
Yeah, these are Mexicans that didn't even travel that far.
We the surfskate punks, you know, but we drink the Evan Williams. But I'm telling you what, do your makers, do your shit. Ronnie B, that heroin, dog. Oh, my. What's up, Papa? Hey, I'll tell you what, I love little Juliet being on that thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my homies. Shout out to Sam Roberts. Fuck yeah, doggy.
Yeah. Let's all give a shout out to Sam Roberts.
Shout out,
shall we?
Shout out to Sam
All right,
Roberts.
thanks, Mark. Mark in San Diego.
I'm glad I'm an honorary something.
You good. You're just nursing now, right?
I'm just sipping a little bit.
Okay.
Just, it was a fast start.
Tobias in Chicago.
Ciao, how are you?
Hey, good, man.
So here's something that really confirms that reality is stranger than fiction. Imagine your wedding party consisted of OJ and Bill Cosby. Then you would be Felicia and Ahmad Rashad.
Wow.
That's a hell of a wedding picture. Yeah.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
When like about a month ago, something passed through my Instagram feed with that wedding photo, and since it was on Instagram or the internet, it's obviously 100% accurate. So I'm pretty sure it is, but that's pretty out there.
Well, those were two big deals, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those are two untouchables.
Yeah.
They were, as people used to say, moved into mainstream. You know?
Yeah.
Could pass. Accept it.
Yeah, and well, I think the Rashads have broken up. They've been separated for a long time, but
I haven't seen him on Rashad in years. What's he doing?
I don't know. No, I haven't seen
Coaching high school fucking football somewhere?
But yeah, but they were they did the pregame show together, and obviously Felicia was on with Cosby, and oh my god, that's the weirdest looking picture. Who knew?
That was the night at that wedding reception. OJ killed a waiter.
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking spilled some coffee.
juice.
Yeah. He actually just spilled it right on his fucking Bruno Melon. Which one do you think is falling further, OJ or Cos?
Cosby, he's a serial rapist.
Yeah, but OJ almost cut a lady's head off. And that shit came out of nowhere. And like there were Cosby rumors for years, right? Like
there were OJ rumors for years too.
Oh, were there?
I had heard plenty of shit about his temper and his stalking of women. Down in Florida, he used to come in for there was a bathing suit line. I can't remember the name of it, and they would tie in with Hawaiian Tropic, and they would have the Venus swimwear, and they would have these thing with all the girls in, and OJ got fucking pretty nuts and came back and tried to dive through a window where the girls were sleeping, and this was 2 years before the shit went down. Yeah, he was known for being a fucking crazy prick. And he had fucked up his wife for years. I mean, there had been multiple calls that she put in. She knew sooner or later he was going to kill her. The whole family said we knew it was OJ the second we heard something.
And wasn't it trouble with the first wife too?
I don't know about anything about the first wife, bro. I didn't read the book. You read the book? If I Did It, the OJ
I didn't read
Simpson
the
story.
If I Did It, no.
If I did it, believe me, that fucking head would have been cut all the way off. The OJ Simpson story. Why is that funny to you?
I laughed inappropriately.
But you know how we say famous fleeting. People haven't even paid that much attention to Bill Cosby because there's an entire generation who didn't give a fuck about him.
No.
Now, if this was the 80s, forget about it. This been the next 10 covers of People magazine.
No, they would have probably broadcast a trial, like the way they did OJ.
OJ was the biggest trial of my life. And I was there for the Lindbergh baby.
I was at NEW. We cut in live. Every station cut in live.
Every station. And like literally 100% of black people cheered and 100% of white people fucking yelled no. And then you found out like with black people, they're like, they didn't even think he was innocent. They just wanted to see somebody beat the system.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I remember it was in middle school when the verdict came in and there was a fire drill. So we were all outside and then a black guy was riding down the street on his bicycle and he's just yelling, OJ's free! OJ's free! He was so happy.
I was in a state of complete disbelief.
You're so happy.
Not happy. I was just shocked because the verdict came in very quickly too. I think it was like a little over an hour.
No,
the trial took forever.
But it was days they were in there.
I thought the verdict. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe it just felt like an hour to you because everything was going so fast. And the day that he got up for trial, that's the day you decided to become a lawyer.
No,
Daddy, I want to go to law school. Good for you, Will. That was a great day for you. This is a rough one, though, right?
No, this is.
He used to have a house in my neighborhood. I had a townhouse. I went over the other day and fucking just spray painted rapist on the door. And the guy comes outside. He goes, he hasn't lived here for 20 fucking years.
Still, though.
Guy, why are you spray painting my house?
Oh. I spray painted David Brenner's funnier than you.
Did Cosby ever guest host the Tonight Show?
Many times. He would guest host for weeks. Everybody was thrilled. It was going to be Cosby week on the Tonight Show. And then, like, first he would just try to kill. Then it started to be he would only have, like, black people on the show the whole week that he hosted. It was fucking great. And some of them just had written books or had done some kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
You have jazz guys on?
Yeah, he was fucking forcing it all down our throats, and it was great.
Like a Quaalude.
He's one of the few people, like, even when I was a kid and he started into a monologue, I knew he didn't know where he was going in. You know what I mean? All right, so the judge was sending him to jail immediately, denying the request to continue bail pending appeal. And now the judge has agreed to further consider that question. The judge is in chambers, thinking it's over, and joining him in the chambers are the Chambers brothers. And I kind of feel like that's not fucking fair. Wayne in Boston.
What's going on there, Ronnie B?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, man, I know one person that Cosby's not going to let come see him in prison.
Who's that?
That would be one Hannibal Buress.
You satisfied now, Hannibal? It's your little fucking joke, everything you wanted to be?
See where we ended up?
You should try to go anyway.
You just made a country weaker today. That's all you did. Hannibal will not talk about it.
No, never.
If you do an interview with Hannibal, you're like, you know the Cosby thing's off. And then you're just like, okay, never mind that.
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I don't want to do an interview. What am I going to talk about? Your fucking funny comedy? I want to talk about Cosby.
Just tell us.
Hey, Ray in Indianapolis.
Hey, how's it going, Ron?
Good, man.
Hey, I was playing in a band the day of the low speed chase with.
Oh yeah, we all remember the low speed chase.
Okay, so this gig that I was at in Peoria, Illinois, was so terrible we were trying to get fired from it. But we were watching the low speed chase. We were supposed to be at the bar, and we were kind of saying, wanted to see how it was going to play out. Well, we didn't get to see the end of it, so the low speed chase was still going on. So we stopped by this convenient mart. We buy a big bag of Starburst fruit chews. Do you see where the connection's going yet? Do you remember? Well, we get to the bar and we start throwing the Starburst around because their slogan was "The juice is loose."
I didn't know that.
And so we were throwing Starburst around. we did manage to get fired from it. We also got fucked out of a bunch of money, but at least we were out of the gig.
You guys still together? Still rocking?
Actually, we're getting ready to do a reunion show. We
Sweet.
hadn't all been in the same room in a long time.
Let me know when it
So
is.
we're-
I'd love to come out and say it, man. I'd love to be there for that.
You know what? I will let you know, Ron.
Thank you, brother. Peace.
All right, thank you.
844 Rock God. 844 Rock God.
Makes no sense that Starburst was the juice is loose because there's no juice inside of the fucking candy you're
That's
eating.
disgusting.
It should be like a aim for the stars or something.
I don't remember the juice is loose.
No, that guy's
I don't remember that.
making
But
shit
maybe because it was juicy itself.
It's not juicy either. It's just like it's like a taffy almost. The
It's
Starburst.
juicy.
It's not juicy at
It's
all.
definitely juicy.
There's no juiciness to a
See
fucking
if the
Starburst.
juice put in Earl the Starburst. The juice is loose. This guy might have been fired for no reason from that gig, but then was out a shitload of money.
Or maybe a star is burst could be the better tagline for juice Starburst.
Now this garage better be clean.
Right, Dad.
And I mean clean. While you're at it, wash the car.
Sure.
The juice is loose.
Yeah, I'll wash the car with my Starburst juice.
Well, I look like an idiot.
That fucking, what was that, 90s commercial?
That was definitely the 90s.
I mean, you're going to do that after OJ? You're going to run the juices loose? I tried to do the juices loose, but nobody wanted to be part of that.
Why?
I don't know. I thought it would have been a great song for Schindler's List. There's Janice Dickinson. We haven't seen her in a while. She was, they say, the first supermodel, and now she no longer is.
I think she just dropped an M-bomb.
That's not fair. That's not fair to turn this in the race. I wonder if they're going to, because of this, cancel Dancing with the Stars tonight. Did you see that picture Gail put up of our own Jen at Dancing with the Stars?
Oh, I didn't, no.
Yeah. She looked great. She thought Nikki did really well. Did you see Nikki dancing?
I didn't see Nikki dancing, no.
Yeah, they were a little hard on her, but I thought she did really well for a person who doesn't have a dance background. You know, it's not like she went to some kind of theater art school.
No. Twitter, Earl.
It's Gail. It's twitter.com/Gail Ann.
There you go.
And
Autocorrect.
it's AAA double
There it
N.
is. You already went by it. There it is.
There you go.
Take it down. Oh, there's Juliet. Yeah, go ahead and hit that. Look at
Oh,
Jen.
shit. Jen looks great.
Oh,
that her
she's
new-
sitting in the brown section.
I think that's her new boyfriend to her left. Good for her.
I bet Nikki ends up with this dancing partner because she's very excited about her.
They all end up with each other on that
What
show.
were they saying she wasn't doing right? Or was it her fucking shoulders or something? What they want you to be so fluid with your body.
It's not possible.
There's no such thing as dance, Chris.
Look, we're made of not fluid, all right? We're made of, we're solid.
No, the body's...
Okay. We're getting some science talk from Chris Stanley today.
Can I get another sip of that, Ronnie B?
Yeah, but I might even cut it with some water the way you are.
No, come on.
Some more fluid.
I mean, I don't mind you having a nice day for yourself.
And I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
It's 2:45. No one in the place except Ronnie B. Well, I'm drinking his booze, talking about Jews. Give me one for my baby, and one more for the road.
This is the happiest it's been all week.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday.
Hey, hold on. Let me work this old bar down a little bit. Here you go, my friend. Yeah, I've seen quite a few things, Chris. Quite a few things.
Thank you. I very much appreciate it.
Sure. Yeah, live, huh, buddy?
It's crazy.
Can I light that vape for you?
You have a USB port?
You see this later? Wouldn't go off. It just stayed lit.
It's pretty cool.
One more fool. Say, have you heard the one about the Mexican from San Diego? He loves that heroin. I'm going to be down the cellar tonight.
Nice.
No.
What show?
I'll be at the cellar.
Okay.
Then tomorrow, I'm going to be at the Underground at 5 o'clock.
And then Saturday, October 6th, you're going to be in Newtown, Pennsylvania.
Are you doing plugs?
Yeah, I'm doing plugs, yeah. Let's go to thenewtowntheater.com for tickets.
I had to write some Bill Cosby material.
You're going to crush him.
Yeah. I go, your headliner tonight is going to be Bill Cosby. He'll be on in just 3 to 10 years. Thanks, Chris. I might even use that now. I don't know.
It's fucking great.
Yeah. I just hope everybody's all liquored up on bourbon.
Oh, I'm sure they will be.
You do like a little drink. This is like a day off for you. Like a vacation day. A vacation from your problems.
You shouldn't be having a vacation day. This is not a day off. I'm just enjoying a drink midday. That's all.
Didn't you say you're going away this weekend?
I'll be in Pittsburgh. I will be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
You flying in?
Yeah, flying in, yeah.
All right, I got a bet right now if any of you guys want to take it. He's getting secretly married.
I'm not getting secretly married. I'm going to a wedding, but it won't be my own.
Yeah.
Is
Zito going to be there?
No, Zito won't be there. My best man, Mark Zito.
Swimming in the Monongahela. What's the name of that? Monongahela River? It's the Allegheny, the Monongahela. Is that it? And then there's one more of the 3 rivers. I think its name is Pete.
The Pete River sounds pretty cool.
Vinay's from there. He knows.
What's that?
Vinay's from there. He knows.
What are the 3 rivers, Vinay?
I'm going to take Vinay with me.
Does
the Monongahela?
Monongahela, right?
Yeah, Monongahela, the Allegheny.
Yeah.
And what's it called?
I don't know. Those are the 2 I got there.
River?
You're the one who fucking said you knew.
The Ohio River.
The Ohio River.
That's the one you forgot?
Yeah, I forgot.
Pennsylvania to change the name of that immediately.
Bullshit.
That's weird. They got the Ohio River on the fucking west side, and then the Delaware River on the fucking east side. They're letting themselves get cucked out by the other states.
I think they're getting a train run on them. Or a gangbang? I'm not sure what the difference is.
Oh, is this a lot of the girls that showed up? They're all happy.
Oh, yeah. The short-haired lady was
you got that fucker.
Yeah.
The one with the bun on her head, or you mean the other one?
The one behind her in the pink shirt.
Yeah, they're all happy.
She was like the lead accuser for this.
Oh. They got him.
They got him.
Now, I think they'll do closer to 3 than 10.
Yeah, I would say he's going to do the minimum, and they're going to let him stay outside of prison pending appeal. Because if the judge is thinking about it, he's definitely going to do it.
Well, you know law, Chris.
That's right. I've been arrested a number of times.
The more you drink, the more you seem to know about it.
Really on top of this shit. Wish I knew as much about betting on football.
No one knows about betting on football.
It's fucking
There's
terrible.
not a human being. Yes. Thanks for bringing. Yeah, come on in. Todd Barry's here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to get out of Mr. Barry's way.
You can sit down in the end. Bring him on in, Chris.
Come on. Todd Barry's coming in studio.
Good to see you, buddy.
Coming by Liquid Todd.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Take a seat right here.
Todd, you're here on a historic comedy day.
Why is that?
Bill Cosby just got 3 to 10 years.
I know. I just heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that. I didn't know that you could do. I thought they would say the amount of actual years.
No. I thought it was 3 plus 10, but no, it's 3 to 10. What do you got? A plug there for Todd?
Yes, Todd's performing at the Beast Village Comedy Festival October 6th in Des Moines, Iowa. Go to toddbarry.com for tickets and for the rest of Todd's dates.
Can we mention the Las Vegas show?
Yes, that's the big deal. You're doing an hour in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not a full hour, but
Oh.
whatever I can get away with. It's Vegas, people got to go.
Yeah.
They got stuff to do. I can curse, right?
Yes, you can.
They have shit to do.
Oh, that was one of the ones you can't say.
But that's at the Comedy Cellar, October 15th in the Rio Hotel.
Now, have you been there yet? Apparently, it looks exactly the same.
I haven't been there.
Yeah,
and I realize this is the first time I've ever headlined in Vegas.
That's sweet,
Isn't
right?
that weird? Like all these years.
I know that how many of the states have you done?
I'm gonna October 13th. I'm gonna knock off New Mexico, and then I think the only thing left is Wyoming.
Wyoming.
That's a hard place to get a show.
Yeah, it is a hard place, but you got to do it.
I know, I got to do it. Yeah, at this point,
there's too much OCD involved.
Right. It's like we can't afford 4950. If anyone's in Wyoming books a beautiful venue or a shithole.
I'm trying to think. What are the Cheyenne is Wyoming, right?
Cheyenne. There's Laramie. And,
oh yeah, these are good. These are decent sized towns.
Yeah, I think colleges can.
Yeah.
I think the college route might be the way to go.
That might be the way to go, but the thing is, we've got to, we got to shoot off fireworks at that show,
Oh, yeah.
50.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, this is my favorite tour name of all time. George Thorogood did a tour called 50 States and 50 Dates.
Right. I remember that one.
And I'm like, that's the perfect, if you're going to do a gimmick, that's the perfect one.
Henry Rollins did a good tour. He did all the state capitals.
He's very political when it comes to that. I'm
sure his agent must have loved that one. It's got to be a state capital.
Yeah, we're working on Dover right now. It's not easy. You sure you want to play Tallahassee? A lot of these, they're not the prettiest cities in the state. They're not the biggest.
Yeah.
They're way like Harrisburg is Pennsylvania.
Is that true?
Yeah.
God, I used to.
You used to know all the states?
I used to know stuff that everyone should know.
Well, that was a bit when we were a little kid. They wanted you to learn the state capitals.
Yeah,
why, I don't know.
That was important.
Yeah.
They just wanted you to memorize things. That was schooling, just memorizing dates and places.
Yes.
It's awful.
Yeah. And now we have Google. You know what I mean? Now you're like, oh, I got it. Don't worry. No one's got to worry about it. It's right here. I got it in 2 seconds. So your first time playing Vegas, and yeah, I did talk to Noam, and this club, he went there and made it exactly look like the Cellar.
Oh, really? That's good. Yeah.
You're going to feel like you're in the Cellar.
A little bigger, though, right?
I don't know.
I think it's about maybe 70 seats more than.
Is that right?
Yeah.
But I don't know whether you're going to be able to see the light of day, but that's also not important.
What do you
Vegas.
mean? You mean just
it'll be like a cellar, but it must not be underground.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't think and it's not a rooftop.
Yeah,
floor to ceiling window situation.
Well, have you ever done that brunch show at the Cellar?
No, I haven't.
You would swear it was 10 o'clock at night.
Really? Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter, right?
Once the room fills up, it feels and looks exactly the same, and everybody's drinking, and it's the same.
I should do the brunch show. I've never really pushed for it.
Esty then sets up a nice meal for everybody.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
Yeah, I like free food.
Very, very social.
I like free food.
You wrote about that in your book of all the little ways to get over, how to handle yourself checking into a hotel, into an airplane. You have an interest in the minutia of life.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, you talking about like frequent flyer miles and stuff?
Yeah,
like
frequent flyer, whatever it takes to get over, just a little bit, to cut a corner or two.
well, that sounded like you insulted me. That was a little jab. I don't know where that came. No, it's just stuff. It's important stuff to think about, and
you will move if you're not happy with your hotel room. Now, I'll say this: I've never once said, "Move me."
Really?
Yeah, I've never.
I only do it. I'm not, because I'd rather not move. But if if there's a party of 17-year-olds next door,
and
I'm not going to be able to sleep, then I think it's reasonable.
I try to get invited to that party. I go, kids, what's going on? I want to be the older cool guy.
You could do both. You could move so you don't have to sleep, but then pop in.
Pop in, see what everybody, if they need somebody else to go to the liquor store for some more. I think you're one of those people, Todd, I would love to see a documentary about.
Really?
Has that ever come up?
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah. Why? There's some talk?
No, it just sounds like it might be boring.
But I think that could be fun. I think that your life, because no one really knows, you know, you're not a guy who opens up about everything about your real life.
No, I'm a closed book.
Yeah.
Did you see the Gilbert documentary?
Yes, thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I was really surprised that
you know what? Yeah, he was not the guy that I assumed.
I mean, I know
he
him
was.
from just being in the city, but I was surprised that he chose to do that on camera.
And yeah, he did it on camera, and then was somewhat. You could see that he was uncomfortable doing it. You know what I mean? You could see him cringing through people in his family. But here's the thing that you found out about Gilbert: is he's actually a very good guy.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy. Yeah.
And his stage persona and the troubles he's had over the years would not make people think that. You know?
Right. Yeah, he's a very. I mean, I guess it would be weird if he was the way he was.
Yes, all the time.
He just started screaming at you. Nice to meet you. But yeah, he's a very mellow dude.
Chris, would you like to take over plugging? Because Earl looked like he was sweating through it, and he was somewhat nervous. But I'd love for the Vegas crowd to get out there. I mean, it's Todd's, and I'd like to see him be held over like they used to with Sinatra, where they would just say more and more dates.
I would love the plug. Todd Barry's in studio, and he's performing October 15th at the Comedy Cellar at the Rio in Las Vegas. Go to comedycellar.com for tickets to that. Go to toddbarry.com for all of Todd's dates in October and November, and for tickets. And Todd's special, Spicy Honey, is available now on Netflix.
It is available.
Yeah.
If
you can stream it whenever you want.
Streaming, you could literally stop listening right now.
Go start
don't
streaming.
Don't do that.
Do you plan on going to see any of the other headliners when you're in Vegas, or that?
Well, I'm
doesn't
getting there
interest
the
you?
night before, and I looked. I went online, and it didn't look like there's much on Sunday. Is that possible?
Oh yeah, you might be right about that.
But I've never seen a show. I'd love to see Penn and Teller or
Penn and Teller have been there for a lot of years, and they have their own theater. And
Actually, at the Rio. So they'll be in the same place.
Oh, is it at the Rio?
Yes.
I had no idea that.
It's at the Rio, the same place as the Cellar.
Oh.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah, they are amazing. That's an amazing show. To see, and Carrot Top has pulled this off for a lot of years now.
I started with Carrot Top.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But you
free tickets is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Do you just call him Top? Is that how close you are with him?
I
or?
call him Car. CT, I call him CT.
Now, of course, to go and see, Tom Jones, when I was out there years ago, and me and my friends thought, you know what? Wouldn't it be a fun, cheesy thing to go see Tom Jones perform? No. He was amazing.
Yeah.
It was an amazing band. He's an unbelievable singer, and there's a reason that he's been there for 40 years.
Right. It's fun watching someone who's like a pro.
A real pro, yeah. And I mean, the room blew up. It literally exploded.
Like, how does he get... It's just great that he's still like, I've done this 85,000 times.
I know.
You're still going to get the best show you're ever going to get.
Yeah, and I mean, like, he's, covering Prince songs, but then he goes back and does that Delilah thing from the 60s, and you would think, no, we were singing it.
Wow.
We're standing on tables. It was that good.
I always wonder if those guys get bored.
I think when you're at that level, whether you're an actor in a play or whatever, is that you're better at that than most people. You're able to bring up that feeling as if it was new all the time.
Right. Or fake it.
And fake it, yeah, but that's acting, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But what about you? Have you ever done a bit where you're like, I can't believe I'm doing this again while you're on stage? Or
yeah, I mean, I find sometimes this is not the best thing, but I find that I know a joke is written once I'm bored with it.
Yes, then it's
like
put the lock on it.
Like by the time I get, I got that one.
Yeah,
that one's done, and now I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
But up to that time, you're just tweaking all the time.
Yeah, I tweak, and but yeah, I mean, it's more fun to do stuff. Let me start over. Everyone, take a breath at home. I'm starting over. Sometimes I get bored.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's it is. They are still laughing, and that's all.
You got to you do it for them.
Yeah,
you got to give it to the people.
I'm hardly suffering. I had to tell this joke 3 nights in a row.
Now you like going out and doing the longer shows outside of the city? Is that fun?
Yeah, I do. I mean, my dream would be the option of minimum 10 minutes as much as you want.
Yes.
If I could get hired as a 10-minute headliner, I would do that. But I think I still have, weirdly, I don't know if you get this, but I still have this fear of not doing the time I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like I still get I'm going to look at the clock. I got clock set up, and
yeah,
I'm so always afraid of not filling it.
I will also do that in interviews where I'm like, I'll do an hour interview and I'll be 10 minutes in and I'll literally have the thought, I don't see how there's 50 more minutes to this conversation.
Are you projecting something right now?
Yes,
because I was going to leave in I think I told him a half hour, so that cuts it down a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you came in early, so that that helps.
That's my favorite thing to do. Do you ever go to the doctor early? That's my little trick. You got a 1 o'clock appointment. You get in there at 12:30. And you're like, it's 1 o'clock. I'm done with my appointment.
Are you a guy who keeps a to-do list, stuff you got to do?
I do, and I still, I get a little obsessed. Like, I need the right to-do list app. It's like you can get a piece of paper.
Yeah, right.
And you got 5 things to do. Just write them down and then cross them off. But I think the paper way is the best way to go. Just have
paper. Just have it.
But I'm not super disciplined about it. But every time I do it, I go, oh yeah, I got to do this every day. This is the way to go. But they say also to put a list of things you're going to do the next day, like before you go to sleep.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, well, I guess I heard.
I don't know if I could go to sleep knowing that's hanging over my head like that. I know you're a coffee shop guy, right? You enjoy a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And that's why I think that you're a list maker. Because that's where that kind of stuff, those thoughts pop up. Then you feel like, well, I'm not just wasting my time here at the coffee shop.
Right.
I'm kind of working.
Yeah, I'm checking my Twitter 400 times and writing 2 to-do lists items down.
Chris, we're plugging away.
I apologize. Todd Barry's in studio. October 15th, he'll be at the Comedy Cellar at the Rio in Las Vegas. And he's performing at the Beast Village Comedy Festival October 6th in Des Moines, Iowa. Go to toddbarry.com for tickets and on the rest of Todd's dates. Todd's special, Spicy Honey, is available now on Netflix.
Yeah, I got Albuquerque in there as well.
Okay, here we got Albuquerque.
I'm sort of forcing the others.
No, I think it's good. Chris, you need a little topper? Are you okay for yourself?
I would love that.
Are you guys drinking whiskey?
Yeah, you would like some?
No, I'm all right. Thanks.
You sure?
Look, it's 3 o'clock on a Tuesday.
You guys
Why not?
aren't taking this seriously.
Well, here's the thing. It's a rainy day.
Yeah,
you know how it gets.
It is whiskey at 3 in the afternoon.
Chris doesn't have a jacket.
Yeah, none.
So, try to warm him from the inside. Earl, you've never been a drinker in your life, right?
No, and never smoked, never drank.
Just heroin?
No hard drugs either.
That's sad.
I love that you took the heroin question seriously. I'm not heroin either. No, I've not done heroin.
I actually had this thought the other day. Is like, I'm sad that heroin users aren't hip anymore. There was a time where it was like Lou Reed and Miles Davis, and now it's out in West Virginia. Some guy just fucking ODing in outside of a Piggly Wiggly. It's not the same
you like
thing.
The glory days. Of
I
heroin.
like the glory days of heroin. Where you go, oh my God, he suffered for his art. Of course, he needed a little heroin.
Why do you feel good for once?
But I remember reading an interview with Keith Richards, and he's talking about all these people who want to be him, and he's like, "You don't have the physical makeup that I do."
Right.
So, he's basically saying, "I'm a freak of nature. I've survived."
He also claimed that he got very good heroin. He didn't get shitty heroin, and that was helpful to him. And then he said he knew the exact amount to do, and not everyone does. But everyone who's still alive, you have to say that luck plays a very big role into why you're not dead.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Here's the other thing about him is he said that most people, and I went and checked on this at an NA meeting after that. Most of the things that happens when people, it's because they were straight for a while and they went back to doing their last amount of heroin, and you build up a tolerance.
Oh, they have to start over.
Yeah, you got to start just chipping a little bit, but they're coming back like, look at me, I do a big thing of heroin. Life is great. No, it's not.
It's like if you've haven't headlined in 2 weeks. And
yeah.
Got to kind of go over your notes a little bit.
Yes.
I equate everything with comedy. I have to.
It's just bullet points. I mean, you don't have to. You could just read dogs and be
That's
like.
Interesting though about the heroin.
I'd
never. That makes perfect sense. I guess
it does, doesn't it? It
Huh.
does make some sense that You've got to build your tolerance back up, kids. Please.
I love that you're encouraging people. Like,
Well,
if you're going to relapse, here's the way to do it.
We live in a world where there's this oxy thing going on, and it's not really in any of the main cities. Now, there's a new movie coming out that a lot of people are doing drugs at the library, and a lot of homeless people hang out at the library now because people don't use libraries like they used to.
I feel like there's always been homeless people at the library.
Is that right? I've never gone to a lot of libraries outside of school.
In my neighborhood.
Yeah.
There is.
But in Philadelphia, they gave all the librarians had to learn how to use the Narcan. This is the thing that brings people back from an OD. And I'd be like, look, I just want to put books away. That's what I went to school for. That's what I care about.
That's what I learned.
Is that still going on?
I'm pretty sure. All right, as last time I checked, which was a long time ago, was the Dewey Decimal System still controlled the library system.
I remember they tried to teach us that in elementary school, and I said, "This is impossible." I go, "Well, no, give me the F now, and let me just go pick out a sports book."
Remember, like microfiche? That was like
yeah.
That was like futuristic technology.
Yes, it was a little film thing that you just went through.
Yeah.
You're very excited to have it.
Yeah.
I know when that they had to give us books to do a report on because they took us down to the library, and the boys would run at the sports book, and it didn't matter what. It could be Babe Ruth, it could be Jim Thorpe. No one cared how old it was. Just don't give me a book that I can learn anything other than sports.
I just wanted to learn about Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle was my guy. Yeah, just like reading about Mickey Mantle. But also,
and he was already done playing by the time you were born.
Oh,
right?
yeah. And but all the books, like as a child, never talked about his rampant alcoholism or anything. It was just about the game.
That's what it was, hero worship in those days. They didn't want to ruin stuff for kids.
Yeah.
Earl, what were you always reading about? 36 Olympics?
No, Jesse Owens.
Yes.
Actually, it was Jackie Robinson, though.
Jackie Robinson?
A huge Jackie Robinson fan, even though I was a Yankee fan. Just the whole... the concept.
Was he playing shortstop, or where did he play with the Dodgers?
He
Center
played
field?
second base and first base.
I thought Pee Wee Reese played second base.
Pee Wee Reese was the shortstop.
Oh, I didn't know. I had that mixed up. Well, if we ever want to get back to any of this 1958 Dodgers, we'll be ready to do it. Earl and I will do a podcast on that. Because here's be a good point. Everybody makes a big deal that Jackie came in and played in the major leagues, right? But I think the real experiment would have been send Pee Wee Reese to the Negro League that same year and see how he does. Because I think he would have got his ass handed to him. I think Jackie went to an easier league when he went to the majors.
The Negro Leagues, the competition, there were fewer teams, so you had to get the real crop of cream of the crop of the players.
I went to a Yankees game a few weeks ago.
Nice.
I'm just trying to. No, I'm not really a sports guy at all. I'm just trying to fit into this conversation. And I felt like that was real. Who were they playing? Shit, I forgot who they're playing. The other team won.
Oh, sad.
Visitors pulled one out. Well, you guys are all Yankees fans, right? You're in the playoffs now.
They're in the 1-game playoff. They're trying to figure
pressure.
out.
Yeah,
that's pressure.
Now I'm obsessed that I can't remember who they played.
Are you sure you went to the game?
I did.
Do you remember the color of the uniform?
I had good like VIP seats and everything.
Might have been Red Sox was.
No, it wasn't the Red Sox. Keep naming teams.
Royals?
White Sox?
No.
We're going right through the American League?
Yeah, let's just do it.
At Tampa?
No.
Baltimore? That was the last.
That's the Orioles.
No,
it bird on their
I don't
hat.
think it was the Orioles, no.
Kansas City? Were you at Kansas City?
No. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter.
Well, it does now.
This is
now we have to. Do you remember the date? We'll look it up.
It was about, I would say it was 2 weeks ago.
All right, let's go backwards here. Grab the calendar.
The payoff is going to be, you're going to be naming a team.
That's it.
And I go, yeah, that's it. No,
I can't wait for that moment. I'll be totally honest with you.
Now, Todd Barry's performing October 15th at the Comedy Cellar at the Rio in Las Vegas. Go to comedycellar.com for tickets. And he's performing at the Beast Village Comedy Festival October 6th in Des Moines, Iowa. Go to toddbarry.com for tickets and the rest of Todd's dates throughout October and November. And Todd's special, Spicy Honey. That's available now on Netflix.
Todd, of course, is hilarious. First trip to Vegas. And that club gets a lot of Vegas people, too, not just tourists.
Right. I'm. They had They said I could do up to like 4 shows, and I go, why don't we do one?
Do one, see what happens.
See how many people are actual fans of mine.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want a situation where it's like, all right, the 150 people in Vegas really want to see me. Let's spread them out over 4 shows.
Now,
let's get them in there packed, like an arena.
Brian Regan lives in Vegas,
That's
but will
right.
not work Vegas.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, he doesn't want to. He just wants that to be his hometown.
That's like me in Florida, almost.
Yeah, you don't like to work Florida at all?
I kind of resisted, but
Yeah.
I'm just afraid who's going to show up.
Just old classmates and stuff.
And they're all nice people, but
Yeah.
it's just I don't want to.
So it was it Texas?
Texas Rangers.
No.
They had a one-off against the Mets. They had a makeup game against.
No,
the
this
Mets.
You would have known if it was the Mets.
Oh, yeah. It was the Yankees. This is a Yankees game. I went.
Yeah, Yankees, not the Mets.
No, but Yankees they played.
Well, let's stay out. Well, why don't you read us off Philly's schedule? We'll see. Maybe he doesn't. He didn't know what stadium he went to. Did you see the Liberty Bell outside or any Rocky statue? Go ahead, Earl. Come on. Toronto Blue Jays. That's it.
No, I don't think that was.
Oh, man.
That goes back 2 weeks.
Okay.
What about the White Sox, though? Again,
White Sox.
I could probably, if you really want to do this, I could probably look on the phone and see the text I got about going to the game.
Did you go with a famous person?
I went with Dave Hill, comedian Dave Hill. Do you know him?
Very famous person.
Do you know Dave?
Love him.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Here's what I love about Dave Hill. Yes, he's a comedian, but he's also a rock star.
He's good musician.
He's unbelievable. And dresses like a musician.
Yeah, he's a snappy.
Yeah. He dresses like he's in the Kinks. As a matter of fact, I had Dave Davies from the Kinks, and I'm like, oh, I should have fucking called Dave Hill and had him come in and done that because he looks like he would have been in the Kinks.
September 1st.
September 1st, Earl. This year, though?
Oh, no, it's September 2nd.
Oh, shit. The
That's
second.
like 3 weeks ago, Todd. Come
Is
on.
it?
It's been a while.
When you're writing jokes as much as I am, you get
That
lost.
was Detroit.
Oh, the Tigers.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I would have even said no to that, but now
well,
They lost the game 11-7.
Yeah,
that's
that makes
it,
sense.
that's it.
11-7.
That was it.
No, did you guys stay the whole day, or did you
I
like?
did, yeah. It was. I used to go to Mets games when I was a little boy, like many years ago. But we had pretty good seats, like behind the home plate. Is that what they call it?
Yes, the home plate. Who got the tickets though?
Dave Hill's friend or something
Right,
gave it to him.
he's connected
But
because
the-
he's connected with a lot of rock stars, a lot of industry people.
But the guy next to me was literally yelling out, "Get a hit!" It's like, yeah,
He's right.
that's good
That's
advice.
what you want to get.
Even that's a cheer I could come up
Yes.
with. Get a
Swing
hit.
it, swing it.
Throw strikes.
But unlike other sports, you can go to a baseball. It's a day outside. You're enjoying
Yeah, it's
yourself.
nice, fun.
You don't have the pressure on you as like at a basketball game where everything's going back and forth,
Right.
or tennis where you're like, wait, who scored? Why is this? It's just like you can see the person crosses home, a run happened. You don't have to know the game that well.
Yeah. And we had like some sort of VIP, so it was like we had this little area we could go to and get
Yeah.
free Diet Pepsi or whatever.
Yeah, that always feels good. It's never as good as the people without those tickets think, but keep that going. It's like first class on an airplane. It's not that great, but it is compared to those other people.
I still want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never
It depends.
experienced
It depends on the plane, obviously.
Once you've flown private, that ruins everything
Yeah.
for the rest of your life because you're like, this isn't as good.
You get to walk on the tarmac, right?
Well, yes, but the car can also drive right up.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I've been on it where the car is driven right up. You get out, you walk up, and the pilot takes your bag. You don't go to the airport. Pilot takes your bag, he stores it somewhere, and he goes, "Okay, you guys ready?" And he just pulls it up. There's no, you know what I mean? There's no drama about it.
How much does that cost?
I don't know. I've only flown in other people's planes. I would never even think for a second
It just
of
makes
doing that myself.
You know, like when these entertainers use them, you go, God, that's so much. Whatever you're paying for that plane, I'd love to just get paid that.
Yes, and look how quickly, let's say, Amy Schumer's already doing that. And you're like, but it was just a couple years ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? That you were getting stiffed at bar shows. It wasn't that long ago.
I used to be like, well, that's kind of a waste of money. But then I think, God, imagine Amy Schumer getting on a flight and sitting next to like an annoying super fan for 6 hours.
That would have to be, and Amy's going like this. Yeah, you're right. Timing plays, you're right about the timing thing. Earl, did you just get a text?
No.
Okay. I don't know what that sound was.
Phones away, everyone.
Yeah.
Unless you're reading my tour dates.
That's right. Todd Barry. He's going to be at the Comedy Cellar at the Rio in Las Vegas, October 15th. And he's performing at Beast Village Comedy Festival, October 6th in Des Moines. ToddBarry.com for tickets and the rest of Todd's dates. And then go to
I like
Todd's.
that you're only plugging the same 2 dates over and over again.
Yeah.
I'll get more. Don't worry.
Hit
Todd.
some more, man.
Okay, all right.
Let's mix it
Earl,
up.
let's get all over this. You're the guy in front of the computer. But, you know, the thing is, Chris, the longer you stare at that phone, nothing's changing.
I know. Things are
You
going to
need
change.
the new dates.
Things are going to change in moments.
Got any good app recommendations?
And then also, you know, he's going to be at the Comedy Works in Saratoga Springs, New York, October 19th. Saratoga Springs, not Saratoga.
You seem a little
Springs.
drunk.
I don't know what you're
I'm
talking
gonna be honest
about.
with you right now.
You skipped over Albuquerque, October 15th.
And that's at the, well, you know what? That's at the Chemo Theater. That's Endorphin Power Company benefit.
Yeah, October 13th.
October 13th. That's a Saturday.
Yeah, Albuquerque.
Albuquerque, New Mexico. Yeah,
Yeah.
Chemo Theater. And then and October 20th, co-host Music Hall and co-host New York.
Yeah, I have no idea where co-host is.
It's going to be
I've
upstate,
never heard
I'm
of
gonna
it
guess.
either.
Or how they got a music hall, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? You go to toddbarry.com
Yeah.
for all those dates, and there's links on that website to get tickets to those dates.
Yeah.
Toddbarry.com.
If they're still available.
If they're still available, they're going crazy right
You
now.
just go now. There's
Yeah.
a tickets button and an RSVP button.
Yeah.
I would click on the tickets button if I were you.
Yeah, I never really like that. The ticketing program I use has that RSVP thing.
Yeah.
built in. I'm like, hey, I want to check the RSVPs. I'm like, well, I probably should, right? Ooh, 3 people are committed to coming to my show. That's,
Like co-hosts?
or like there's gonna be a list at the door. You're in. Come on. You don't have a +1.
And then on Monday, October 22nd, Todd will be at the Village Underground for the 30th anniversary of the Crowd Work
doing
Tour.
a crowd work show.
Wow,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
You put out that album of your crowd work stuff, right?
It was a special.
Oh, it was a special, not just an album,
Yeah,
but
it was on
video.
Netflix, and now it's on iTunes, and it's not on Netflix anymore, but now it's on iTunes and Amazon.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now you work the crowd differently than most people do. You go in some different directions.
I do it in a real brilliant way. Yeah, I mean, I try. I guess I insult people, but I'm not vicious. Like, if I see someone's really actually not into it, I back off. I just got a heart of gold.
He's such a sweetheart. Now, you like music at all? You have bands that you're into?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what I just did an all REM podcast.
Sweet.
That was fun.
Sweet.
But yeah, I mean, I got what bands are yours?
Well, REM is somebody I've been listening to a lot lately, and because I had them on the shelf, and then I remembered, I'm like, oh shit, when this band broke, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sounded so different.
Right.
It doesn't now because everybody after them started sounding like REM.
I just watched their. Did you see them on Letterman when they were the first? I think they were the first band because I think on the old Letterman you had to play with Paul's band.
Yes.
And I think they were the first band who said, no, we want to play our full band.
They also, if you go back and watch that, they're like, this is a song. I think they said we haven't named it yet. Or
Yeah.
And it's South Central Rain. It's one of the great
That's a great song.
American songs of all time. And then Michael Stipe didn't even talk.
Yeah.
He just sat down on the floor while Peter Buck took. He kind of looked off stage.
Yeah, they did a lot of cool things. Like I know they turned down like opening for U2.
Yeah.
Or Hall & Oates or something where they're just, we'd rather just do our headlining shows. That's like a smart move. A lot of bands wouldn't do it.
It is. Well, nobody likes to see the opening band anywhere. You know.
I know it's funny though. Like that whole thing when when you go to a show and you see there's people like there's a 40 deep line at the bar and it's like 1 minute to 8. It's like, are you curious to see who's going on first?
Yeah.
Like everyone you like did that at some point for the most part.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember I told a bunch of people, I said, oh man, it was a petty show. I go, you got to get it early, please, and see the Replacements. It's going to be the Replacements. No one was in the arena. Me and my friends, and the Replacements were really drunk. And they were just being, their asshole selves. But
I've seen them twice.
Yeah.
One time was in Florida, I think in St. Petersburg or Tampa. And it was one of those, it was like way back when they were, when they sort of were just hitting. But it was one of those shows where it was like, it looked like a band, it looked like I was watching a band who agreed to rehearse and were hungover and showed up, but
Yeah.
they all wanted to cancel. They just like sleepwalked. But then I saw him open for Elvis Costello at Madison Square Garden.
That was a great
And
show.
that was a little slicker show. And then I've
Yeah.
seen Paul Westerberg a few times live. I like his shows.
Yeah, he's really strong. Costello's unbelievable too, right?
I've seen
God,
him a bunch of times.
me too. And every time I see him, I'm like, this is maybe the best songwriter that's ever lived. It's so
Yeah, he's on.
fucking complicated and
Yeah.
smart, and
He
his
doesn't
voice
win
is
like
great.
multiple Grammys or anything like that.
Nothing. I am very few hits.
Yeah.
You know.
He does all right, though, I bet.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times he'll just travel like a comic. It's just he's selling out a theater. He's got his acoustic guitar, and you would think, oh, is this going to be disappointing? No, it's fucking great.
I saw him at Carnegie Hall. He played for 3 hours.
Wow.
Which actually is too long for any show, but
Yeah.
it was still like admirable. It was like,
Yeah.
well, you could have bailed 90 minutes ago.
Yeah. That'll never be a problem for you, Todd, where you're
Right.
still on
No,
stage.
there's no 3-hour shows for me. What's your longest show? Do you know?
Well, this is, and I saw this I don't know if it's my longest show, but I saw what's now being called David Bowie's longest show, and it was in a fucking club in Fort Lauderdale.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was called like the Chili Pepper or something like this. This would have been late in like 96, 97.
Huh.
And he stayed on stage longer than he had anywhere else. And you could tell that he was like really into his sobriety and the band was together, you know? And I have to say, I was still a little disappointed. I'd like to see him a little higher than that. You know what I mean? I want him a little junkier than.
You don't want a sober Bowie?
I didn't want straight, straight professional Bowie.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I also didn't want to see him faint. I wanted somewhere in between.
Right.
Because I saw him once do like 7 songs and leave. You know, and we were at an arena in Philly, and he just came up. You could see he wasn't into it. Thank you, everybody.
I never quite understood bands who don't love to tour.
Yeah.
Like, I understand the touring grind, obviously, but I feel like, don't you want to, what's better than playing music in front of people?
Once you get the stage, and there's people that love you and want to be there.
And you can play the nicest, you could say, I want to play 50 of the nicest places.
Right.
Only fucking gorgeous opera houses. And they'll go, done.
Done. It's over.
Give me a couple of weeks. We'll get this thing going.
Yeah, Live Nation does the whole soup to nuts. They'll pick you up and they go, here's the price. We'll worry about ticket sales. Don't you concern yourself. And then we can't get the Talking Heads to take that deal. You can't get the Kinks to take that
I saw
deal.
the Talking Heads in college for free.
Really?
Yeah. And then a few years later, many years later, I was on a JetBlue flight, and this guy sits next to me with sort of his punk rock looking kid, and he had sunglasses on, and that guy sort of carries himself like a rock star. And then I kind of snuck a look at his I guess boarding pass or something, and it was the drummer from the Talking Heads on this JetBlue flight. Then I looked across the aisle, and Tina was sitting there, and it was just, he was a nice guy. I didn't bug him till the end of the flight.
To the end of the flight?
Yeah, I didn't want to be like 6 hours of talking to a dude you don't want to talk to.
Right.
Me being the one you don't want to talk
but they would have loved it. They would have loved it because they like, art. They would have loved to hear your story.
His kid was like, oh, wow. Like, he was surprised because I saw you at the University of Florida. He goes, I remember that show. But I don't know why I brought that. Oh, because you said the Talking Heads.
Well, they would go back in a heartbeat. It's all him. It's all him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Earl, are you plugging or is Chris now?
I just want to plug because Todd Barry's in studio. He's performing at the Comedy Cellar at the Rio in Las Vegas, October 15th. Then he'll be at the Comedy Works in Saratoga Springs, New York, October 19th. October 13th, on a Saturday, he'll be at the Chemo Theater in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And on Saturday, October 20th, he'll be at Co-Host Music Hall in Co-Host, New York. And the Village Underground for the 30th anniversary Crowdwork Tour in New York, New York. Go to toddbarry.com for all dates and tickets.
Cool.
Salute his way. You promised us 30, you gave us 35.
Holy
Todd
shit.
Barry oversold.
We'll subtract that from the next time.
Yes. The next time you don't have to
Thanks
do
for having
25. Always great to see you, buddy, and such a funny show.
Cool.
I want everybody to go out to see you.
Thanks a lot, man.
All right, take care. What happened there? You drunkenly got involved a little bit?
I got involved a little bit. I thought I'd end with
Who do we got, Vinay? We're going to take a break here anyway, right?
Yeah, we're going to take a break. Yeah.
I'm kind of empty here.
Come on, let's get some water for Ron.
I might even want a little
Okay,
caffeine
all right,
bump.
okay, all right.
Anything else we need to plug? It seems like Todd was did not think that we had our shit together in the plug skis. When he said, "Why you only just keep plugging the same 2 shows over and over?" It was like a dagger into my heart, because I wanted to be proud of the show. Do you think you're too drunk right now to do a show?
I feel like I'm not too drunk. I feel like I was on top of it.
But you farted all over this morning, and now you got drunk. This is, I know that you said you want this to be a day off for you.
Yeah, I never said
and we're
that.
not doing anything after the show, right?
We're doing one thing after the show. It should take about 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, let's do it tomorrow then.
We should do it today just to make sure it gets done. But I feel like, look, I know that Todd wasn't happy with my first few plugs, but I got a lot of plugs.
I got a spy report. You were 100% wrong.
What?
Cosby taken to prison.
Wow.
He may never see his home again.
That I am shocked. I could just because the judge was thinking about it. I figured, okay, they're just saying that he's definitely gonna let him out. I'm shocked they're taking him straight to jail.
They showed him taken out in cuffs.
I'm a fucking jinx. I'm glad Todd Barry wasn't here for this.
He was.
Oh wait,
we just didn't bring it up because we were trying to keep that whole thing going. Bro, was that your phone going off?
No, I have everything on mute.
What was that?
Then what's fucking blowing up? Because my phone's on mute. Earl's lying. Earl's a liar. He was sleeping on the job.
Earl, that's the whiskey talking. You don't even have to. You don't have to show me anything.
I'm sick of being labeled a liar.
What was this crazy pic that you took of Todd Barry?
Oh, I took a picture with me and Todd Barry in studio.
But did you see how crazy that it looks?
Yeah, it's because, all right, so the front-facing camera on my phone, because I bit my phone last week in anger, I guess the front-facing phone is fucked up. So it looks just nuts.
For the Instagram, could you say, I bit my phone in anger? Because it looks like you've taken an X-ray picture of Todd Barry.
Oh, no, that we're just looking on the outside of Todd Barry, not the inside.
But did you see this?
Yeah, I know, I took it. I look crazy.
It looks like we're seeing his bones somehow.
I think it's a good picture of both me and Todd.
Why do you put yourself in the pictures?
I don't know. I thought it'd be fun. Just me and Todd enjoying. I'm trying to have a good time.
You want a little?
I'm all out. I'm fucking dry. Dry.
I saw him staring at you and you were slurring a little bit. I thought you might have came across poorly on the show.
I love Todd Barry. And I don't want to come across poorly to him.
Still like bourbon. You know what this always smells to me like?
What's that?
A skating party or a sledding party when I was younger.
Oh, sure.
We would always have whiskey.
Yeah.
And in the cold, you ever notice that you could really drink whiskey fast?
It just goes down so smooth.
How does that happen?
I guess... I think you're pounding it more quickly because you're cold.
Yes, but I mean, why does it go down so smooth?
But because you take that first hit, like after the first hit, everything goes down smoother. So I'm saying that first hit might be a little rough, but then afterwards, because you're in the cold, that compacts it.
I don't know if I
Compounds
agree.
it.
I don't know if I agree with this theory of his, Earl.
I'm the smartest man alive.
He just says that once you drink anything, it goes down smoothly after that.
Yeah. Look, those first couple shots. A little rough. I mean, it's smooth, very good liquor. Thanks, Mike Ward and Pentelis. But
it wasn't for you.
I know it wasn't for you, but I appreciate
it. Was for me.
Yes, it was for you. I don't know why they would offer you liquor, but
maybe they don't know my backstory.
Maybe they probably don't. No, that's probably why. But I'm grateful and appreciative of you offering it to me. And I want to apologize to Todd Barry for plugging 2 dates too many times and not getting down.
He literally was aggravated. He was like, I don't know why you guys are plugging the same 2 dates.
I know, he was really annoyed. Yeah. And I was telling people to go to toddbarry.com for all of his other dates.
Yeah, that didn't help him.
No, not at all. He was straight up pissed. I don't know about this RSVP button on toddbarry.com.
Wait, is he trying to say that he did the crowd work tour 30 years ago? That's not true.
I think
he might have done comedy for 30 years, but I don't think he did a crowd work tour 30 years ago.
He definitely didn't. Yeah, I think it's like 30th anniversary of doing stand up. Also, there's a crowd work tour happening.
And they say you plug bad.
Thank you, Ron. That's what I want to fucking say all the time. People don't know what the fuck they're plugging, and I got to figure it out for them.
All right, let's break. Come back. Chris is drinking today. As a matter of whether we put a stop to it or let this thing just roll out.
Let's roll out. That's what I say.
We're right back, Bennington.
Todd Barry's just in studio. I think you ever go to toddbarry.com to get all of his dates for all of his shows.
Chris, I think you've been drinking a little bit.
I've drank a little bit. Yeah, I've drank.
Where would you say your drunkenness is on a scale of 1 to 10?
1 to 10? I'm going to say I'm at a 6.5, heading towards 8 real quick.
Look who's kept it together then. He's done a very nice job. No fighting, no pushing.
I haven't fought anyone. I wanted to be pleasant for Todd Barry. I wanted to plug his shows.
You feel like he thought he appreciated you?
I think he really did not. I think he really didn't like the job I did. Even I know I was plugging the first couple shows. I mean, I was plugging the closest shows to this date, and then he seemed annoyed by that I wasn't plugging further ahead. But in my defense, I would say I was plugging go to toddbarry.com for the rest of his dates that I later mentioned. But he did not seem to appreciate any of that.
And you feel judged now?
I feel very judged. Yeah, I feel judged. I feel like Todd Barry doesn't like me. I feel like I feel like I've been.
None of us like you. Why would you just bother you that Todd Barry does?
At the very least, I thought you liked me, Ron. I know Vito doesn't. I know Earl. I'm just posting pictures of him online, so I'm sure it's not making him happy about me.
Well, today you got to be Bourbon Boy, so you know how happy I am with you.
They call me BB from way back.
Why did you decide to play the replacements? Because we talked about the replacements for 5 seconds.
Exactly. Yes, that's what my thought. And that's why I wanted us Vito to play. I was about to say the Ramones, but it was REM at the end of the interview.
So you wanted to play both REM and the replacements because both bands were mentioned.
Exactly.
Why don't you plug the Dean Del Rey thing that I did, which was really about music? And maybe people who like to hear people talk about music will, like, I wish you would go check out Dean's podcast because he is a pretty brilliant guy.
Dean Del Rey's podcast is Let There Be Talk. The link to the episode with Ron as Dean's guest is on the twitter.com/Bennington show.
Are you going to give the www in that as well?
I'm not. http://
I think he's a little drunk, Vito. I think your guy's a little drunk today.
Yeah, he's a mess.
Could he sleep overnight with you?
No, Leslie will not allow that.
What if I sleep with Leslie?
It looks like Chris is going off to get married in Pittsburgh this weekend.
Not getting married.
You taking in a game? You're going to go see your Steelers?
They're not my fucking Steelers. B, I will be gone.
Hey, you don't have to be angry about it.
B, I'll be gone before the Steelers game is happening. I don't even know they're playing this.
When you're leaving Friday? Early
Friday night. No, Friday night. I'll be gone Friday night. I'll be back Sunday afternoon. Quick flight, Ron. In and out.
I can't stand that kind of travel.
It sucks. It's awful.
It drives me nuts.
It's like I have to go to the airport and I can't get pre-check because I've been arrested, God forbid.
Well, you're a threat.
I'm not a threat. I did some dumb shit.
Hey, easy, man. We're on a plane.
All right. What?
That kind of screaming is what gets you pulled off the plane.
Look, I got arrested 15 years ago, and so they're saying, no, you have to take your belt off for the rest of your life to get an airplane. That's essentially what they told me.
You see what Kavanaugh's going through?
I know.
So you're on Kavanaugh's. You're on the rapist side.
No.
Who else's side you on? Cosby's?
I mean, to take him out in cuffs. I mean, didn't have to fucking film it.
Why? The dignity's gone. It's all over.
Apparently. I say he does a year, gets out, puts out a new special. I think that's what Cosby does.
No, dude. I don't think we're going to be seeing him again.
My mom is more pro Cosby than I thought she would be.
She's pro Trump.
She goes, leave that old man alone. It was the 70s. Everybody was doing lewds.
But then a lot of this shit was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's okay to do lewds, but you have to say, hey, do you want to lewd? Yeah, I do.
According to her, that was just what was going on back then.
I agree with her that I don't know if there's ever been a better feeling than a fucking Quaalude. Your mom's right. When your mom is right about something, you better listen to her.
Okay.
Those Quaaludes, the fucking problem with them, they were out the same time as platform shoes. So the number of broken ankles that took place that year.
Some dude back in 2000.
Was he a young dude?
I was a young dude. Yeah, he at Hunter College when I was going to school there.
He gave you a delude and then blew you.
I wish it would have been a better story. He told me he sold me a Quaalude, and so I ate it, and then I just blacked out and woke up with Chinese food in my apartment. It was I don't think it was a Quaalude. I don't know what the fuck he gave me.
No matter how fucked you are, you still can. Now, do you think you ordered in or stopped for it?
I know I ordered in because it was in the plastic bag. It was the order in order as opposed to if I just got there and bought.
Right.
I definitely ordered. I definitely got fucking blackout and ordered Chinese food and woke up.
You were laying face down in your fucking bathtub. Vinay is a big fan of Todd Barry, but didn't have the courage to go over and say, hi, Todd, I'm a big fan of yours, and I do stand up to
I didn't realize that.
What?
That he was a big fan of Todd Barry. I told him Todd Barry was coming.
Vinay is a young comedian, and as he was coming up, Todd was, one of those people.
He ran right as soon as I had any opportunity.
Well, the Chris thing was very uncomfortable, but that's what you should have met him at the door, brought him down. Instead, some fucking stranger from another show brought him in.
He walked in just out of the blue. I didn't even know he was coming at that moment. I thought he came
Normally
early.
we have Chris keeping an eye on when somebody signs in, but looked like you were a little bourboned up.
I've had a little bit of bourbon. I could use some more. Just I'm saying.
I think you might need to be flagged, brother.
Just a little bit. This is something to sip on.
All right, just a tiny bit.
Okay, I really appreciate it.
It's 2:45. No one plays except Chris and me. He chased out Todd Barry by giving bad plugs.
Can I have some?
Thank you, Ron.
What's that?
Can I
I
have
would
some?
love to give you some, but I've been told by Chris that there's no alcohol or anything else.
Vinay, you are not to have any alcohol given to us. Given by us. Given by us to you. You're not actually.
Vinay and Georgette Magritte with their dog after the war.
He's not even allowed to even carry a bottle of liquor.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they can't come into any contact with alcohol.
What about heroin?
No heroin, no. I mean,
That's odd.
There wasn't
Well, you guys
specifically pointed out, but I'm assuming.
Make a judgment call?
Yeah, make a judgment call.
Hold on. Trying to wave to these guys that their mic's hot.
Their mic's hot?
Yeah, in that room.
Yeah, he's talking to us.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
He's not. It's not.
just
His
heard
mic. Vinay was talking, right? What did you want to say?
I was going to say that Chris didn't want me to take the bourbon to the office because he was afraid I'd get in trouble. He said I shouldn't even walk with it.
He ain't afraid you'll get in trouble. He's afraid he'll get in trouble.
Yeah, I'm worried about me, Vinay, not you.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Vinay's got a big gig at the West Side Comedy Club.
I know. I keep hearing about it. He keeps trying to post guests from us.
Oh, this just happened.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
It's a new show.
It would have been great to get Todd Barry up there on his 30th fucking anniversary.
Oh, that would have been great. Next time.
Vinay, do you care about anyone but yourself? That's what I'm saying.
That's enough. Chris, you're just drunk. Hey, Jay, what's up, buddy?
You need a drink, Chris? I can get you something.
Don't.
Jay, what's up, man? Jay and Georgia.
JT?
Yeah. What's up, pal?
I'm Christian Lee.
That's a good
I'm a
place.
drunk. I'm about to be drunk. Are you having a stroke, buddy?
How am I calling in from the other room? How is this possible?
I don't know.
They just split.
Chris has had a few drinks today.
Yeah.
As a celebration.
And I really thank you, Ron. I appreciate this. Earl or Vito or Vinay or Original Chris, they wouldn't care. But I actually do.
They wouldn't care if they got something.
Yeah, they wouldn't care. They wouldn't care if they got a gift from Ron Bennington. They would they wouldn't appreciate it like I do.
Wes in South Carolina.
Hey, what's up, guys? I think it might be something about when Todd Barry comes on the show, y'all try to make him uncomfortable. Because I don't know if you remember the last time, maybe it was the last time, you played that Glenn Beck audio where he talked about his dad getting raped, and Todd Barry was super uncomfortable while y'all were doing that, too.
Yeah. Todd's pretty honest about not being a comfortable guy.
Yeah, he is.
Watch his Jerry Seinfeld coffee in the cars thing.
I've never seen it.
Oh.
What kind of car do you pick?
Chris, that isn't the point of this, and it's no sense of
That's always my
letting you
favorite
go
part.
through with your minutia of this whole thing.
Is that Jay Leto's garage you're thinking of?
Why has he got to fucking bust my
I'm not busting his balls. I just genuinely think that the show.
You know, this is a bad day for him. Bill Cosby's going away. Both Chris and Earl are oddly sad in this room. I don't know, but Earl's been moaning all day, haven't you, buddy?
No, I'm just upset that clearly these women had to go through this for decades,
Mhm.
but just Cosby was like the dude, and he just threw it all away. He just threw it away. He threw it all away, and it bums me out.
I'm just sad that we don't get more Cosby specials. That's my thing.
I think there's only been one.
Really, just one?
All that I remember.
Bill Cosby himself was a comedy special, but I think that was it.
Yeah. Is the one that he was talking about having kids and all that?
Maybe. I think
When
1982.
What's that?
It came out in 1982, I think.
Right. I remember when my kids, because he had talked about birth and all that, and he went through the whole thing, so that when I was going in for my kid, all the nurses talked about was Bill Cosby and that fucking birthing special. It was Bill Cosby himself. One of the fucking greats. Also one of the great rapists of all time.
Yeah, I mean, prolific.
60. I mean, that's fucking...
I mean, some must have died by now.
It looks like he had a special in 2013 on Comedy Central, which
I don't watch Comedy Central. I literally got a check from them today, an unexpected check. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
I go like this: life is good for me so far.
I would say the most impressive thing about Comedy Central is they got cc.com, because that seems like that should have been taken long ago. I remember in the 90s, someone
Coca-Cola should have got that.
Yeah, exactly. I remember in the 90s, someone told me, I was in my computer science class like a fucking nerd, and someone said, hey, do you know that every 3-letter combination of all the letters is taken, that have ever been bought up? I was shocked. Then I started going through every 3-letter combination until I got bored to see if anything.
How about numbers?
I don't know.
Every 3-number combination.
We weren't talking numbers. We were just talking letters.
I remember when people would go out and get everybody's name and every business and then wanting you to pay for it. So somebody went and got ronbennington.com, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I don't care. Like I got contacted. Hey, if you want to buy your name, this is what it costs. And I just wrote, I don't give a fuck. What do I want, a website with my name on it?
I looked for chrisstanley.com. I think it's a folk singer. I was kind of annoyed because I did.
Mumford & Son owns it.
Motherfucker. That guy has a lot.
Do you
of
feel like you look like him or he looks like you? Because he's the famous one.
He looks like me. Okay, he looks like me. I'm older than fucking Head Mumford.
Are you really?
I'm pretty positive I am. Earl, look up if fucking Marcus Mumford's older than me.
He married a movie star too.
Yeah. The little blonde girl from Drive,
Carrie Mulligan.
Yeah.
Earl, are you drinking directly out of the can?
Yeah, I always drink directly.
I always thought that black people use a straw with a can.
Same. I thought the same exact thing.
No,
You ever notice that, Earl?
No. We always
Black guys use straws all the time.
Yeah, and I think straws are bullshit.
Wait, Vito's the one with all the black friends.
Yeah, they use straws. Rarely use cans, to be honest. I don't even... Honestly, the only people I see drinking out of cans anymore, Asian guys.
What? Move from black to Asian?
Asian guys, I always see in the street drinking cans of iced tea, and it just shocks me because, you don't see people drinking out of cans that much.
It's really funny. Earl, why don't you get one of these fucking pillows that are made in America by this guy over here with the fucking old school mustache? MyPillow.com.
I have one of those.
Yeah, everybody has one. There's some on the streets.
I saw a commercial for an iPad or like a tablet for like older people called like a grandpad. And it's just like an iPad with giant icons.
Dude, get that from me. That would be fucking hilarious. Here's your grandpad.
You know how your eyes don't work?
Here's the picture of Marcus Mumford.
Yeah, I'm much hotter than him.
No, you're not. And so one of the funniest things to me is like somebody will be living their life and then they'll find out their doppelganger just got elected president. So they quit their job and they go around and do like George Bush things.
This will work for me now.
There was that guy that looked just like George Bush and he was like, fuck it, you know? And he'll just show up at fucking malls and shit like that. I read this article the other day. It's up on the iBang. That they said malls are going out of business and so are big box stores. Isn't that crazy to think there'll be no more malls in America? There hasn't been a new mall built in America in decades.
The mall's shocking, but the big box store thing is even crazier because I feel like I guess in New York I don't go to as many malls, or I didn't go to as many malls as I would have if I was like in the middle of the country. But the big box stores, someplace go all the time.
Why?
I feel like it's like,
why would they need a giant Toys R Us or a giant fucking Ace Auto Park? How big do you need it to be?
Because you need all the products in there if you want to go. They want to satisfy everyone's needs.
No, it's the one fucking product. It's not like a mall where you go. I'm not talking about a Walmart. I'm saying a giant Toys R Us.
Okay.
Those things are gone. A giant fucking Ethan Allen. All that shit. I always thought it was the dumbest idea I saw as soon as it happened. You only selling like 5 things in there.
Like a Best Buy is like a big box store, right? I mean, that's fucking that has all the
No more
electronics you'll
drinking.
ever need.
No more drinking for you.
Just a little more.
Ron, tell them what big box stores are.
Fuck
Give them a rundown list of big box stores.
Fuck you, Vito. You piece of shit.
He's right, Chris.
Ron, is PC Richards a big box store?
You can't be trusted anymore, Chris.
First of all, it's PC Richard and Sons.
Ooh.
All right.
You are drunk if you think this is entertaining. I need a listener to drive Chris home, please.
So like the Targets of the world are going bye-bye.
No, Target isn't a big box store either. But yes, Target is in trouble. Fucking JC Penney, whatever the fuck they everything that isn't the internet is in trouble.
There's been a lot of stories online about how like people are just like going into Kmart's and like taking pictures of their shelves and just like shaming them because it's a family business. We understand that it's not going to fucking be here for a long time.
What are you talking about? Shaming them if not family business?
That's like a big, like it's like a big business. Like it's like fucking people. Everyone goes to Kmart, or they used to at the very least.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying that these stores are failing. They're failing businesses, but people are going into them and like taking pictures of their
failing businesses.
Yeah, failing businesses.
I thought you said family business.
Oh no, failing. And people are shitting all over them because, oh man, look how bad this Kmart is. No wonder they're going out of business.
Tony in Iowa.
Hey, remember that movie Dave with Kevin Kline?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the doppelganger there. Wouldn't that be great if something like that happened with Trump?
Maybe
Where he
it
just
does, for all we know.
starts doing good stuff, and it makes everybody happy all of a sudden. Everyone just jizzes their pants because they figured, oh, we got a great president now.
Yeah, okay. It's all going to happen. Thanks. I wonder if Trump looks at fucking Bill Cosby and goes, man, if they can get to him.
I doubt even fuck gets on his radar.
Cosby is like the only black guy during this whole Me Too movement, right?
Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons was one. But Russell actually, I think he beat a lot of those charges.
His weren't charges. There was just rumors.
Didn't he like go to an island or something to like kind of escape it all?
Long Island.
He's just chilling in Long
He's in
Island.
Hempstead right now.
Why do you guys got to believe every fucking Snopes article? There was that Snopes had to come out the other day and say, I don't know who she is, but she looks like she could be the mom of that girl in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I love that girl, man.
Oh, is it Val or
Zazie Beats?
She's great.
Yeah.
Get her to do the show.
Work on that.
Oh, so there was this picture going around the internet of Trump on a boat handing out his MAGA hats to people that were in the Carolina fucking flood. And Snopes said, all right, it's not real, of course, but it's been sent out 275,000 times.
That's fucking great.
And people writing stuff like, yeah, let's see if Obama would ever do this for people during a flood.
I know when I'm in a flood, I need a hat. That's the first thing I fucking need. Is it dry? Or are these soaked hats?
Hold on, Gav has a question for Earl. Earl, you taking questions now?
Sure.
Go ahead, Gav.
Just answer them.
Hey, what's going on, Ron? Hey, Earl, the straw thing made me think of something. My mother's getting married to an African-American gentleman, so I got a whole new family now. And the other day I was over there, and they opened the fridge, and there was a bowl of cereal in there that he had been saving from the day before. Is that a thing?
Yeah. You guys will freeze your bowls of cereal and then finish it the next day?
Black culture.
I've never heard
He ate half of it and then put the soggy cereal in there. For the
That's
next
disgusting.
day.
So, do you like your new dad?
Yeah, he's the greatest.
Yeah.
He's the greatest. He's constantly walking around with a big cold glass and a straw in it.
Yeah. And what's your mom weigh?
What's she like? Black dudes.
Okay. I'll talk to you later. 844 Rock God. 844 Rock God. I was talking about this with somebody the other day, and they're like, oh, women want this. Women, they need this. I said, just wait till you get older, and women do not give a fuck anymore. Like, I know a lot of women, older women in my neighborhood, and they're like, I like him, I guess. He's just someone to brunch with. You know what I mean? Like, he'll go to a Broadway. Like, they are so easy on their fucking boyfriends. And I'm like, why couldn't you ladies have started this way? Life would have been fun for everybody.
Just do whatever you want.
They're never fuck. I don't know what that is. And this is, some of them are widows and stuff like that, but they're just like very easygoing. They don't care what he looks like. They don't care what kind of money he makes.
Just someone to hang out with occasionally.
Someone to hang out with occasionally.
That sounds great. That sounds very fun.
Which is all guys ever wanted from the beginning.
Yeah. Hey, let's spend some time together. Or maybe not.
I think Kavanaugh would have been a fucking happy guy if he wouldn't have that pressure on. He wouldn't have been putting his dick in people's faces.
Yeah, he just wanted to show it.
Do you see that him and his friends all fucking brought up this girl's name in the yearbook? Like they were the fucking society and all, like they used her name. Like they all banged her and not one of them banged her. They just fucking made it up.
Christ.
You know what it is? What? Prep school dudes.
I've never known anyone to have gone to a prep school. I feel like, really? Do they still even exist?
Yeah.
Now, prep school is like when you go away to school?
Yeah, you can go away to school.
Yeah. And
New England is fucking packed with them, dude.
Are they?
Yeah.
So and that's it's not co-ed, right? It's just like just
some places can be co-eds. I went to a place, and it was really weird. It was called Hogsworth, and we broke up into 4 different houses.
That sounds cool.
For some people, it's called. I was in Slytherin, and
is that
I
a bad one?
I did a lot of evil shit, Chris. Earl, he's a little drunk. I want you to finish this bourbon.
Can I have a little bit more?
What I'm going to do is follow me down to Port in the Zinc, and I want you to watch it as it's going down.
That wasted.
You know why? Because you got a little fucking big on fucking Todd Barry. There it goes again. Is that this thing, Earl?
That's not it. That's a phone, and that's Earl's phone going off. I didn't get big on Todd Barry. I tried to accommodate him and
you start to chest up to him like you fucking.
I'm not gonna chest up to Todd Barry. I was on a date once. I was waiting for the date to come to the bar.
The dude?
No, it was with a young lady.
Okay, then I just lost the bet, Earl. Here's that 20 I owe you.
Earl, you motherfucker.
Hey, didn't you bet me $10 yesterday that you said the Bucks would win?
He did.
I don't think
he did.
You said you bet me $10 about something.
That the Bucks would win. That would cover. That's what he said.
I don't know if it was football, but I don't
He said Fitzmagic would continue his magical reign.
I was the one who
Well,
said
remember you bet me $20? He said that Jumanji was based on a true story.
He said that too, so he owes you 30. So I was on this date and I saw Todd Barry walking down the street. And I questioned saying, "Hey, how's it going, Todd Barry?" I chose not to.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was going good till you came along.
God damn it, Todd. Just trying to plug your gigs.
Dave in Ohio, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Last year, you said you knew some stuff about Cosby you never wanted to put out there unless he ever went to prison or whatever.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Can I elaborate yet?
I guess the story is that he cornholed me. It happened.
Oh my God.
Thank you, buddy. G-Man, fucking G-Man. What's up, G-Man?
Hi, buddy.
Hi, buddy.
Ronnie B., I value your opinion on music.
Good.
Black Girl is very knowledgeable.
Then you want to go to my Dean Del Rey. How do people find that?
You go to our Twitter account, Bennington Show on Twitter. The podcast is Let There Be Talk, Dean Del Rey's podcast that Ron was a guest on.
I thought it should have been for those about to talk. We salute you. So go ahead, G-Man.
Hey, buddy, I got this song I've been working on. I was hoping that maybe you could give me a smash or trash on it.
I'd love to.
Okay, here we go. Pepper Hicks likes to suck dicks. Pepper Hicks likes to suck dicks. Well, he reaches on down and he fondles them balls as he takes every inch of that schlong. What do you think?
I got to tell you, I mean, I'm going to need to hear the arrangements, but I love the melody and lyrics, and I love the truth. You know, I'm moved by the truth.
It's not the truth. I mean, anyone can write a song, I guess, but I'm not sucking dicks or fondling balls.
What are you, homophobic?
I'm not homophobic. That's just not something that I've done before.
That sounds like homophobia.
That's not.
Thank you, G-Man. Thank you for the beginning stages, the unplugged stages of something that I think is very, very good.
Not sucking any dicks.
Chris Stanley is sucking those balls. It's catchy.
Nice hook.
Frank in the Bronx.
What's up? I got a question for Earl.
Yo.
What's up, Earl? How you been?
Good.
Why do the brothers wear sweatpants under their jeans? So they don't have to get undressed to get undressed again? You do that?
Well, you know, I used to have a friend. He was very thin. Malibu Mo was his name, and he would wear jeans under his jeans.
Wear
Somebody
jeans under
explain
his
that to me.
jeans.
Yeah, he says it's the only way he could keep his jeans up.
I think they're lazy. They're
He was
lazy.
thin as fuck, Earl. I don't want to fucking out the guy, but he was thin as you could fucking be.
But he was that was kind of the precursor to the skinny jeans.
I don't know, Earl. I didn't fucking write a report on it. I'm just telling you, I knew this fucking guy, and he would wear jeans under his jeans. Now, a lot of black guys do wear sweatpants under their jeans.
I don't know anyone that does that. But
I think Lil Wayne started doing that.
He doesn't keep up with that kind of music. The fucking, you know where Earl got off the thing with black music?
Where?
In Living Color.
That was
What's your
it?
favorite band of all?
Yeah, Living Color is my favorite band. No, but I lost track of the Little Wayne, I lost all the littles. Little Wayne, Little John, Little Cease. Too many littles.
My favorite out of all of them was Little Romeo and Little Bow Wow.
They were the OG Lils.
They were fucking adorable.
Yeah.
Classic hip hop.
Yeah.
Apparently one of them was molested by their limo driver.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I know,
Well,
it's rough.
he'll get the Cosby treatment if I am right about this, and I think I am. Cosby already off TV. Already moved back to Kavanaugh.
Yeah, they got back to Kavanaugh, who I think will not get confirmed.
I think he's going to.
I think it's so far gone now.
I think it's a lock.
I think all you need is two Republican senators, and I think you're gonna.
I don't think there are two.
I think you're gonna get at least two. You might get three.
I don't see it happening. The Republicans love Republicans. And this is hopefully a Supreme Court senator who's going to roll back Roe v. Wade,
Finally.
roll back free marriage, equal marriage equality, and roll back the civil rights of the 1960s. And we can make America great again.
I don't think that would be great.
What's wrong with MAGA, Earl?
Earl, I know that when there was a separation of blacks and white, right? And a lot of it was different water fountains. Do you know that the black water fountains were colder, clearer than the white fountains? And they were closer to their own bathrooms.
Don't know anything about that.
Why wouldn't you want that?
Actually, I mean, I don't know about the colder part. My
They had
parents-
Dixie cups. They had little Dixie cups they could take out. And it said, for blacks only. No whites could go over there.
This
So it was
sounds
nice.
great.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a little crazy. Like my parents grew up during segregation.
Yeah.
And I never
One
heard
lifetime. That's an amazing thing. People act like it's no big deal. It's one lifetime. We had segregation in this country.
I mean, everyone's like, well, it was a long time ago. It's like, actually, it wasn't.
It wasn't a long time ago. Fucking Beverly Hillbillies were in first run when that was happening.
They were still, teenagers, early
But
20s.
they loved a lot of it, right? A lot of the segregation they enjoyed.
No, they hated it.
Who doesn't like the back of the bus? That's where the cool kids ride. That's where the down boys go. Like the new songs today. People bring up that it was the South, but my parents remembered in Pennsylvania, near Philadelphia, when they went to the movies, it was the Saturday movies because there wasn't, even TV. The black kids were in the balcony and the white kids were on the bottom.
Well, yeah, my father told me, he goes, that he didn't really, that the racism was really subtle. Then he goes, it wasn't subtle when they moved up north. It was not that way at all.
Subtle was right up north was right on top of it.
The north was in your face, said to your face.
Well, there's a bluntness to the Northeast that people find comfortable.
The South was just like, you were reminded if you kind of crossed that line. The younger people along on the back end who didn't know any better, but they got reminded very quickly. Like, okay, you stay here and you go there.
Mm-hmm. It's like when they would say a Pontiac meant poor old Negro thinks it's a Cadillac. That kind of stuff that your dad had to deal with.
No, not that.
Okay. That's Mitchell Walters' fucking joke. Chris?
I would love to have
one last
sip, Do we have to go to break in a minute or two?
Yes, we do.
All right, then maybe after the break. We'll see. I'm going to have you do some fingers on nose stuff.
Why? You know I'm good.
Anything.
You know I'm good. Just let me get a sip. Look, no, Earl and Vito are going to tell you me to do a live read, but I will.
We're on the air. We on the air?
Yes.
Wow. This is really unprofessional. Do you want to catch all the NFL live action highlights and touchdowns every Sunday afternoon? Want all that glorious football action without paying extra? Dish has heard your need for more NFL football and a bill that doesn't change. That's why Dish gives you the 2-year price guarantee and 1 season of NFL Red Zone from NFL Network at no additional cost. It's about time you get all the Sunday afternoon football you want without paying extra. Dish listens. It's how they stay tuned into you. 2-year price guarantee applies to core programming and certain fees required, credit, qualification, and a 2-year commitment. NFL Red Zone and multi-sport packages included with packages starting at $69.99 at no additional cost through January 2nd, 2019. Other restrictions apply. To learn more, dial 1-844, call Dish, visit dish.com, or find a local retailer near you. It is the Bennington Show. Now, Chris, was this your story about the kinks of young people?
Yeah, so there's a website called Sex Expo.
Mm-hmm. Or Sexpo?
I guess you could call it Sexpo.
So give us the question that they gave the young people.
They gave young people a questionnaire of what are their kinks and fetishes,
Fedi.
whether they've done them or want to do them. and then 25% or 26%.
Hold on, let's just check. We could check with our interns. Now, some people have straight out like foot things or something, but I think other kink is psychological kink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to break certain things. So let's go to original Chris. Chris, if they asked you what was your kink, do you have one?
I don't think so. I'm pretty boring in that sense. I'm just happy to get any.
What you are is Australian, and you guys are straight ahead. You know what I mean?
It's no bells and whistles. Just
yeah,
give
it
us...
is. They're gonna do it. They're gonna pass out drunk, and that'll be it.
That's a
now,
good night.
Vinay seems like he's more up to something there. He's got something weird going down. What would yours be, Vinay?
I like to get choked, and I like to switch off being choked sometimes. You know, it's fun.
So you like to choke, and then you like to be choked?
Sometimes.
Okay. Now...
a slap here and there.
Oh, you like a little bit of rough play?
A little bit.
Okay. Chris, what are they saying that the young people are into now? And take a listen to see if this makes sense to you guys.
So 26%, more than 1 in 4 people came back and said that they're interested and want to electrical stimulation, which is having your body shocked with sex toys. So because there are certain sex toys that will shock your genitals.
Yeah, so they want a stun gun would do it if that's what you're after.
Yeah.
But it doesn't shock me that people would like that, but 1 in 4 surprises me.
Yeah,
because I didn't even think 1 in 4 were into toys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but for a quarter of them to want their genitals shocked is very surprising, because I've only seen that I remember the first time I saw it in porn. I'm like, what the fuck is going on there? Because I had no idea what it was. It looked like it had a Tesla coil on a clitoris.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I've never seen this kind of electrical porn. Have any of you guys?
No.
Earl, that's your thing?
No.
What is yours? To do it in a church, Earl? Do it in a Baptist church?
Oh.
It looks really weird. It's like a dildo, right? But there's like what's that? What was that thing where you put your fingers on the ball and then like
when you put your fingers in my balls? I just call that massaging my nuts. No, like that thing that makes your hair pop up.
Exactly. Yeah. So it looks like that.
Here's my theory about this. These fucking young kids, they're on the fucking web. They're got their smartphones.
Yeah.
They're becoming more and more machine.
Oh shit.
Okay. Sparkies, I call it. Fucking copper tops because they're fucking batteries.
I'm a Sparky. I need some electricity.
But you know what I mean? They want to be overamped by a machine.
It was weird to watch it on film. I don't think I would want to be electrocuted in the balls or penis or nipples or wherever it might go.
There's only one thing left, and it's asshole.
Or the asshole.
I mean, there's the only place that you didn't mention. Well, let's check with Vito. He's always been kind of a creep.
He likes piss. He likes piss.
He's a piss boy. Do you fall into this electrical thing?
Yeah, I can get off on electrical stimulation.
Why?
Because I don't know. Like,
put your nuts in a toaster.
Who cares, man? You ever go to one of those electricity testers and then you get that fucking buzz and then you're like,
what's an electricity tester?
It's like this thing. It was at arcades when I was a kid. It looked like Uncle Fester. And then you had to go fucking squeeze it. And then it shocked your whole body. I was super into that. As a kid, I liked I bought one of those things that like pretended it was gum and then it shocked you and then I just shocked myself all day. So I get why people would get off on this.
He's one of the 1 in 4.
Yeah. I don't want this.
Vito, she needs some help there.
Oh no. Yeah, I that's shocking to me.
I get it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wordplay.
Because I electrocuted myself the other day, and it was a horrifying feeling. It had been raining out, and it was outside in my girlfriend's backyard, and I was like plugging something in. Why is that so funny, Earl? All right, I was just trying to be helpful.
He's plugging something in for his girlfriend's vagina?
No, it was actual plug. It was.
I bet she's one of the 1 in 4.
I don't know. I haven't asked her about electricity play.
Why don't I come over and lay a fucking stun gun down on her lips and see how she likes it?
I don't. I'm gonna guess that she wouldn't like it. Okay. I don't know for sure though.
Well, let me run the test.
Okay. I mean, I'll run it by her. And then, but I got electrocuted. It was a horrible feeling. Like, it was like it was a heavy electrocution.
Dude, one time when I was a kid, I went to turn on the lamp, and I'm like, hey, is there even a fucking light bulb in here? And I just stuck my fucking finger into the lamp while it was turned on and did that.
Yeah.
And for fucking days, I felt like, oh my God. Like at first it hurt.
Yeah.
But just the idea that like I had ran electricity through my body, I fucking hated it.
It's a weird residual feeling because it lingers. It's really fucked up.
Yes, it lingers past. Like you have a phantom feel of it.
Yeah, and it's something I don't think a lot of people, I don't think a lot of humans get electrocuted a lot.
1 in 4 enjoy it.
That's
it
what's
makes them
hot.
come.
Because it numbs your body too sometimes. You get a little tingly.
So it's like shock therapy for you.
Exactly, but just all for just coming.
I just goes to show. Is there anything else that they like? Is it just the 1 in 4 that like electricity?
That was the big takeaway from this study, but it was all over the place.
I got news for you. I don't like to bring any kind of toys into it because I feel like that's when it gets embarrassing. Like, oh, let me go to the fucking thing and pull these out.
But then also there's like the cleanup after the toy, and then it's like everyone's already come. So I don't want to fucking deal with.
How much clean it in the dishwasher?
Okay, all right, or even just putting away. It feels like a prop act.
Well, like the people that like to be tied up and they got hooks in their bedroom, then they got to go in and see hooks when they're not. You know what I'm saying?
There's this other thing. It's like there's a name for it, but it's like Japanese rope bondage. That's
it's
essentially
too much
what it
work.
is. And that the amount of work and just the
Talent.
you have to like have a fucking new skill to fucking be able to work all these knots and ropes around tits and whatever else. Fuck that shit.
You're a little drunk, Chris.
I'm a little drunk, but I feel like
Chris, I'm going to explain to everybody. Chris has been drinking today.
I've had a couple,
and it's how he ended up, in his opinion, annoying Todd Barry.
I feel like I annoyed Todd Barry. I feel bad about it because I love Todd Barry, but I feel
You feel bad about that, Chris? Earl feels bad about Bill Cosby.
Yeah, Cosby, 3 to 10 years in state prison. I was going to say.
Are you sure that isn't 10 years? Or you got 10 years?
No, I think it's at least 3 years in state prison.
Who do you think is the worst person? Bill Cosby or Bing Crosby? Because he used to beat the fuck out of his kids.
Bing. I mean, those were his children. I mean, Cosby was just with strangers and women he just met. But Bing, just his own flesh and blood, just beat the shit out of all the time.
Sounds like you were abused as a kid. Huh?
I don't know if I don't remember being abused, but
oh, that's the worst.
I'm pretty sure I must have just pushed it down.
Pushed it down?
Like the memories of me being abused. So also in this study from Sexpo, they said sex toy 84% are also fantasized about using sex toys, but
like a dildo,
like a dildo or whatever. Yeah.
If your girlfriend had a dildo, wouldn't you be a little like kind of sad about it, right?
I'm like, oh man, I guess my dick's useless then.
Yeah.
I guess you don't want.
Didn't your other girlfriend have a dildo?
Oh yeah, she had multiple dildos.
Did she?
Yeah.
I remember you said Dave used to be jealous. A purple guy.
A purple guy. That was the name.
Who fantasizes about sex toys though? You could just easily buy them.
Yeah, I don't know how young these people are though. Maybe they're not old enough to go and get themselves some anal beads or whatever they need.
Okay.
Nipple clamps.
But I agree with you. I mean, it shouldn't be something to fantasize
No, just
about.
fucking lock in. Go on Amazon, buy some stuff.
And then 20% expressed interest in trying pegging of the men. And men and women. Women who want to peg, men who want to be pegged.
A lot of men are being pegged these days.
I didn't know that.
Peg, I will come back to you.
I didn't know pegging was so hot right now.
Yeah, it is. Well, as the genders get more fluid.
Ah, okay.
And that fluid, of course, is sperm.
Yeah.
Vito, would you get pegged?
I mean, why not? When in Rome, it's not as.
You're not going to be in Rome. You're going to be in New York.
Upper West Side, probably.
The way I look at it, you can control the dildo size. So,
a small peg.
Yeah, like start off with a starter peg, work your way up.
Vito wants to be piggined. He wants a pig to climb on top of him.
Yeah.
Ew, that's inner fucking Species.
It's called
Vito.
bestiality.
You're
Chris.
trying stuff that you can't pull off when drinking.
I
Are
had
you
a couple.
done?
I love that just a little more.
I think you have more than enough.
I mean, I mean, there's still left though.
Let
right?
the guys vote. Do you think you should get one more, Vito?
I don't think you should get one more. He's fucking
Earl?
clapping.
I think he's had enough.
There you go.
You can't cut me off.
You're cut off. Your co-workers cut you off.
Well, I'm about to cut off my coworkers. How about that?
Doesn't make sense.
I think it makes perfect sense. I think they're fucking pieces of shit. They don't want to see someone enjoy themselves on a Tuesday.
You're clearly having a good time all by yourself right now.
I think we're all having a good time.
I just don't want this to turn into another Sammy's Romanian.
Yes.
All right, Sammy's Romanian. I drank.
You know what? Let's hide this bottle now.
No.
Wait
There's
a
no
minute.
reason to hide anything.
You never heard of a Sammy's?
No.
Okay, so Sammy's Romanian. We had a lovely Christmas party. We're drinking vodka and big ice blocks. It's fucking a fun night. We're all singing great songs. Chris uses this time to, as he's heading home, fall, smash his head, and ended up in the hospital with none of us knowing.
Yeah, so the last thing I remember, so we had the Christmas party. I drank at least two full bottles of vodka to my head.
Wow.
To his head.
And
you just said you drank them to your head.
yeah, to my head. I finished both bottles by myself.
But no one ever says I drank that bottle to my head.
I think plenty of people do. And
I know they don't. I know not one.
And so the last thing I remember is eating a piece of steak as the entree. Apparently, I was there for hours after that.
Yes.
And then the next thing,
And
I
you
remember-
Cavanaugh'd a woman.
No, that's not good.
Yeah, he did.
I exposed myself.
No, you went up her dress though.
Oh, that's bad.
He was also
and I apologize for that.
He was sitting shirtless at one point in front of the kitchen, and kitchen staff was coming up to me saying, "Could you please move him from here?"
That's
not good.
And it's not like the restaurant was empty. Like there was patrons eating in the restaurant as this large shirtless man was just blocking the kitchen doors.
Smaller than I am now. And the next thing I remember is I wake up in the hospital in Queens, in the emergency room. And then I have no idea.
Or came to. In the
I can't. Yeah, sure. Whatever, Earl. Come on.
Well, you hit your head. You passed out.
I didn't know that. I woke up and there was a big gash in the back of my head. And I woke up, my hands covered in blood.
That's bad.
So I don't know what happened.
Right, Earl. What he's telling us is bad. Then we see him at work the next day. He's still got the thing around his fucking arm.
Yeah, the hospital admission bracelet or whatever.
He was thrown up in the morning.
Oh yeah, I was vomiting in the office in the morning when I got here. And so then I had to call the hospital the next day to figure out what happened. Apparently, I got into an Uber. They dropped me off in front of my building. I passed out in front of my building. I couldn't even make it into the actual building itself, into my apartment. And then someone found me, called an ambulance, and then the ambulance came. When the EMTs got there, I ran away from them. There was scaffolding in front of my apartment at the time, ran into the scaffolding, fell backwards, cracked the back of my head open, and then they had to drag me into the fucking ambulance where they gave me a CAT scan when I was at the hospital, which I have no recollection of.
And they charged you $1,000, right?
$2,500.
$2,500.
$2,500 for the CAT scan, the ride to the 4 block ride to the hospital in my neighborhood.
How long did it take you to pay it all back?
Why would I pay that back? I was fine. The problem occurred when the fucking EMTs came. Okay, I wouldn't have ran into a fucking pole had some EMTs not trying to drag me into a fucking ambulance.
So it's their
I would have
fault.
fucking slept it off outside my building, and it would have been fine.
It was December.
Yes, it was December. I was fine. So there was no reason for the fucking ambulance to be called. Or someone in my building could be like, "Hey, Chris, hey, neighbor, I'm going to bring you up to your fucking
Yeah,
apartment."
because you have so many friends.
So the EMTs saved you from exposure.
Oh, fuck that shit. I
Yeah,
wasn't fucking safe.
you could end up losing your feet.
My feet were fine. They're fine now. It would have been fine if I had passed out. I wouldn't have a fucking $2,500 bill, which I'm not going to pay, and I refuse to.
Because of that is why these guys don't want you to get the last drink. So we're putting the plug in the jug.
There's no...
And you're cut off.
That jug
And that's from Vito, and that's from Earl, and even your 2 new interns, Original Chris.
They're
and
free.
Vinay.
First of all, Earl doesn't drink. Second of all, Vito's a lightweight. Third and fourth of all, fucking Vinay, original Chris, have no say in any alcohol on this show or in this company. All right, there's no alcohol ever to be associated with
Even
them.
with those two taken off, still 2-0.
It's 2-1 because I'm voting for myself to have fucking one last drink. That's all.
They never let the person who's in court vote for himself.
Why not?
When we have a hung jury, it's 12-1 again. Every fucking time, 12 hung jury.
It makes sense. The guy who's fucking on trial should be able to fucking vote for himself.
What's Julie Chen say, Chris? She says everybody votes except the people on the block.
I'm not.
You're basically on the block, Chris.
Jeez, I don't want to get voted off. I mean, that's
You're a
pretty bad.
have-not.
I've been a have-not for a while. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
The story of the whole Christmas party story is pretty crazy.
Oh, you think? You think that I woke up and fucking
when you're covered in blood and you're still in denial?
What am I in denial about, Earl?
No, we're like, well, I'm fine. I'm like, no, bro, you're covered in blood.
Yes, that was then. This is now. I'm not fucking going to the hospital.
Chris, stop
I'm trying
lashing
to
out.
enjoy a drink.
He's concerned about you.
I'm just saying. That night, I was fine. I came into work the next day and was there for work. Right? I was.
Yeah.
You were
You
in
had
great
your-
shape.
No, and he smelled quite a bit. He smelled like, I'm going to be honest with you, like he had pissed himself.
I'm pretty sure I did. I lied.
And then I'm not even sure if it was your piss.
No.
Might have been rat piss. It might have been just bum piss.
I don't know if I hung out with a bum and had him piss on my crotch.
Matt in Orlando.
Hey, Ron, I got one of those keys to win a car over the weekend, but I didn't
Fantastic.
scratch off the card
Yeah.
until today. Well, I guess what? I won the car, and then they just told me, sorry, that was 2 days ago. So it was a car or $25,000, and I just scratched it off today, and they just said, sorry.
Does it say that on the card?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I knew it, but I just had to try and find out anyway.
Wow, that's fucking awful, dude. You cost yourself 25 G's.
Yep, you're the first one I've told, so I figured I'll spread it to the masses.
I got-
Scratch those things off.
I got news for you. That's the worst fucking story I've ever heard in my life. And I've heard a lot of bad shit. You know, I've talked to people who've lost family members, but not thinking to scratch off something and not picking up your 25 G's.
Throw
Terrible.
myself in the river.
Alan in Sacktown.
Chris, you're headed for rehab, dude.
How?
I'm telling you.
Why?
That it's not good that you're still in denial about the Christmas party and that begging tone that you have in your voice. I don't know if you're playing it for the show, but if you're for real, you're headed for rehab, bro.
I just
Hang
excuse
up.
me, sir. Ron's now just shaking the liquor in front of
I
me.
just wanted to see if you have the begging tone. Because he was right. I do pick up on a begging tone.
I'm just saying that I'm fine and I could use another drink. That's all.
No.
No, you're not fine. You're
not
drunk, and you're not fine.
Sounds like you're
No,
drunk
no.
at work.
Not fun. No, it's not fine. It's not funny, dude. I'm a driver. I don't drink anymore. Nice
Good for
try.
you.
Hey, guess what? I don't have a license, so I'm fine.
Yeah.
Did you just hear it that
you're
time,
not
Earl?
fine.
I heard it.
Where's it coming from?
You're not
Hey,
fine,
Al, your
buddy.
computer's on. That's what it is. Your computer's getting updates. Alan, everything that you said about Chris is true. It's just that he will not listen. There's no bottom in this fucking hole.
Bottom's a long way down there, buddy. When you hit it, it's a long way back up.
That's right.
Cut it off quick.
Thanks for the advice.
I gotta go. Gotta go.
See you, buddy.
Seems like he wasn't very happy with me.
You just pointed out the truth, Chris.
I think the truth is the guy's thirsty. That's all.
What guy?
Me.
Bourbon has never quenched anyone's thirst in their life. There's Vito's drinking nice, pure water.
Smart water, Chris.
Because he killed a man on the Mexican border.
Smart water's
Now,
garbage.
by the way, this is the beauty of it. As Chris is doing that stuff at the hospital, Gurian's being rushed to the hospital because he had a heart attack, which he blames on the fat-based foods that we had that night.
I mean,
but I don't think one night clogs your heart.
No, look, there were schmaltz. and it was delicious.
I agree with you.
But exactly, one meal ain't gonna fucking put you in the hospital. I mean,
you're just repeating now.
No, I'm saying his lifestyle led to that. Not one night of enjoying some schmaltz and some vodka.
I never thought he had a very outgoing lifestyle that way either. You know what I mean?
He jumps around. That's what I always heard.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm downtown all the time and I never see him.
Is all the jump around things a sham?
Yeah, well, I think he stays uptown. I think he's an uptown girl.
But he's got a car. He's got the Jag. I've seen it.
I'm telling you, I'm at the cellar every night and I've never once seen him there. He asked me if he could come Wednesday. And I'm like, well, you know who's going to be there?
Uh-huh.
Security.
Oh, yeah. They have his picture.
And here's the weird thing. Our security leads to his insecurity.
It's ironic.
It is ironic, don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day or a comb through your cheap toupee. Bum 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 bum. What is it? Oh, did you have something you wanted to add?
No, I was just no. I'm still kind of tripping over Cosby.
Miles and Sandog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to let you know I'm a big fan of your guys, but your shows lose me. This isn't a shtick with Chris. There's nothing fun about watching a guy be a prick.
Yeah.
Everyone around him while he ruins his life. It's actually disgusting.
What are you talking about? You're disgusting.
And there's not a lot of entertainment. There is at first, but then when you realize he really is a prick, and he, nobody listens to anybody anyway when you're in that sort of a position. But
exactly.
It's not making good radio, I don't think, either.
No, he never does, though. And I think you're right that he let us down today, and the rest of this bourbon is going to be poured out.
I mean, there's no reason to pour out the rest of the bourbon. I mean,
You just heard it's bad radio. For two
Yeah,
different
I'm
callers.
turning off the radio now
This is one
just
caller.
because...
The guy was just disappointed with me personally.
He what? What's this caller doing?
I was talking about the other caller, sir.
See what I mean? He just ruins your show is what he does.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
You got a
All
great
right,
show.
you know what? I'm going to end it. I'm going to pull the plug on this show today. I know we're 18 minutes early, but I'm pulling out of this anyhow. Chris?
Yes, Ron.
I'm sorry, but the bourbon stops now.
I mean, you don't have to apologize to me, Ron.
I didn't mean it that way.
Oh.
All right, that's it for us. We are out of here.
Ron's performing Saturday, October 6th.
You don't need to plug. You're drunk. I don't need a drunk plugging me.
TheNewtownTheater.com for tickets. October 6th. Ron will be performing at the Newtown Theater.
You just do it anyway. Vito, that's the end of the show today, right?
Yes.
All right. We'll see everybody tomorrow.